Sorry for the silence. We do have a music bot, but it's not playing right now. That and I muted the entire chat for now, just to give an intro. So, almost ready. Setting final things up because I have a bunch of different windows open, and that's always a great sign. And I just stopped for a second to remember what the final window I needed was. It's for the D&D itself. Shoot, where was it again? Might be under miscellaneous. Oh no. Uh-oh. Somebody's already rolling. That's good. But in the meantime, listen to my ASMR of me searching on my computer for the dang D&D window. I swear I have it somewhere. I had a friend who gave it to me, and it was a shared one, and no, it's not good. It's all good. I think I can make a shortcut for it somewhere. I'll put it under miscellaneous now. Yeah, I'll add a shortcut to drive, because yep, that's a thing. Shortcuts, man, they save me. I have like 4 different windows of the dang Marcus CG I added for my latest Ocean Avenue update. That's a great sight to see. Anyway, almost ready? Yeah, it's just a little paladin guide for me because I'm an idiot. Also a himbo in this game. A himbo inside and out. Anyway, we're almost ready. Alright. I was about to stop the stream. I meant to start the transition to open the stream. Here we go. Welcome back, folks. Dirk the Red Panda with our typical Tyranny of Dragons campaign. We haven't done this for a month and a half, and so we are just getting into the fix of things again. So, hello to Slow Panda 90,000. Always great to see you here. A usual of the group. But yeah, I'll open up the chat as soon as I can turn myself back to neutral. Oh, my dog's here. If he makes noises, I'll give him some pets. Alright, let's see what's up. What is up with the gang?
Just as a kid watching the TV show that they were brothers.
Yeah, same. Like, when you're a
That's
kid, you think
interesting.
you see them as either brothers or cousins because they look alike.
I always thought they were brothers, like family and all that. So
Yeah. But in the movie, they're going, oh no, they met each other in like elementary
it's
school.
non-canon.
What?
Don't listen to them.
No, it's just like
That
no.
movie has ugly Sonic in it. It's not real.
Oh, geez, that one. Okay, we're talking about that. Great to get back into the conversation on that note.
Yeah.
It had ugly Sonic and grew up Peter Pan. Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
Ugh. Wouldn't that just be
Robin
Robin Williams?
back?
Oh,
Oh my god.
That's
Duff!
Zombie is here.
Duff! How dare you?
I would put on my
I mean, I did
angry.
I was gonna say, Ethan said it too.
Okay, both of you, how fucking dare y'all? Considering, do you even know the
Good morning,
history behind
Echo
that?
City.
Yeah,
Yes,
like,
I do.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, the actual.
I was brokenhearted when I read it in the newspaper. I actually saw it in a newspaper. Yeah.
Yeah, I read the article first and then saw the movie.
You read a newspaper?
Yeah, when that was more of a thing back then.
Yeah. Holy
Mhm.
cow.
Oh my
I
god,
remember those.
newspapers.
I remember the day too. I was with my grandparents up in Idlewild, which is a campground up in the mountains in Southern California. So, yeah, no, I remember having the paper and seeing that shit. It was,
Oh,
You know who's really suffering from the lack of newspapers? Bird owners.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, lining a cage with tablets is expensive. I'm just saying that.
Be really crappy too.
It's like the iCarly episode where the guy like writes all his notes on the tablet in marker.
no,
Oh
you
god.
you just need to program an Alexa to sound like a common household bird. And there you go. You got a bird.
Suck? Suck?
Yeah.
Mine's an African gray. It keeps cursing.
Okay, wow. Well, that's unfair. I'm reading more about Chip and Dale, and the whole red nose thing for one of them is because originally they both did have the same nose, but people couldn't tell them apart. So they're like, okay, let's give this one a red nose and
thought
make
that
this one
was
the
the point.
That
dimwit.
is true, because like if you look back at the old like Donald Duck cartoons that had Chip and Dale on it, harassing him,
Oh, good point. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I think in that they both had black noses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Dale also has like more pronounced like buck teeth or something, a different.
Yeah,
mouth
Dale
shape.
has 2 teeth, while Chip has both of his teeth like together.
Yeah.
I always count on you guys having an interesting conversation when I come back in.
Oh, you didn't get back on the best part.
Rescue Rangers.
Hey, if we save up 20,000 gold pieces, we can buy our own airship.
Interesting conversation.
Interesting idea.
Can we think?
I
about
like
that?
it.
Maybe you can take a loan at the Daggerford Bank.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
Gotta go
Don't
there
remind
anyway.
me of that.
I gotta go to the bank anyways to make a
Okay.
deposit after our long adventure.
Hey, Dana, remember what we were talking about earlier today? Move, bitch. I need a martini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
God.
welcome, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Wow.
Hi.
Hello. I have pizza in my mouth. Sorry.
Who are you?
Hello there.
Who the?
I don't know
What am I
sometimes.
doing here?
Who am I?
What am I?
You know, that's
Who is
the real
anybody?
question.
What
Why
is
do we
life?
exist?
Who are you?
We're getting too deep. Let's continue.
We're going Broadway here. We can't do that now.
Broadway.
But
That would be
but yeah,
interesting.
we did take some time off. I think a couple of people went on vacation. My
Yay.
vacation got
Hawaii.
canceled
Oh.
because of heart issues.
Oh.
That was the thing that happened.
Any
But
news
also,
on that?
Yeah.
yeah, fine, mostly. My heart beats weird, apparently. Just, we found out that I have a weak heart, but not like horribly weak or anything like that. It could be picked up and, exercise and everything. So,
Yeah.
we're getting that worked
No
into
jump
the
scares
routine.
for you then.
Okay.
It was brought up. They asked if ever I've done anything like that, where like intense moments of stress and things like that. And they did specifically mention like videos with jump scares and things like that because they said that can trigger a reaction. And for a second, I was just thinking like, does highlights of Markiplier count?
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
I don't know if that does. Because it's
No.
not really the same, you know?
Elixian Markiplier compilation.
But we're back on. It's good to be back. I did run a one shot while we were away, which was fun.
How did that go?
We had Baron von Dirge. We had Tazel. We had Bombarat and Prisma Lynn, all playing very wildly crazy characters as
That was fun
expected.
to watch.
Of course.
Let's just put it this way. I'll never cast web the same way again.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Not as easy as you think, huh?
just a big old snot rocket. It was
Oh.
the
Go watch
moment
the
of like
video.
I'm
That's
happy,
gross.
but that was awful.
I might have to.
It is highlighted on the channel, so please
Get a-
avail yourself.
Get a spider judge on this.
I think the best though is that Prisma Lynn did a fairy barbarian, which is such an odd combo.
Fairy Barbarian?
Real hatred
it
for
was
Mondays.
great though.
That sounds
was-
like one of those fairies from Onward.
It was really good. Like it worked really well. It was sad because she kind of flubbed up something in the end when they were fighting the BBG.
Uh-huh.
Because really the proper execution of that would have been to rage, attack the tree, and then the next turn do the spell. But instead they did the spell first. They didn't have the benefits of rage, and they just got absolutely walloped
Yeah.
Ouch.
and took a lot of damage. I won't go any further detail on that because I don't want to ruin that for you. But it was a very good fight,
Okay.
and definitely went in directions that I did not expect. But everybody feeling good, doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Reasonably.
Yeah.
Worked. Did a little bit of work earlier.
Just vibe this weekend.
Vibing is good.
Yes. Tired vibing too. But hey, made money.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was at a
sitter.
VR party last night.
Oh.
It was.
It was fun.
Dude, my party last night was just hanging with 2 other friends, and we were all just so tired. We're like, what do we do? What do we do?
Best party.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, actually, Sagu. Like going to a VR bar, but like having your own drinks at home or whatever.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, there's a whole like culture around that in VR chat.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, there
Nice.
is. Yeah, a lot of people.
That's
That's what a lot of people do for like the weekends. Is they
Yeah.
just literally go to a bar theme world, but yet they have their own drinks at home.
Or sometimes not even just a bar themed world. They just get in and hang out with friends and get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
There
too.
are nightclubs too, like
Yep.
with live DJs.
Yeah.
Ah shoot.
I'm gonna be right back real quick. I need to drop off my plate.
You asked about empty cups.
Apparently, you had an empty cup check earlier, but not an empty plate check.
It was a cup and plate check in general.
No, you said cup specifically.
Yeah, because it's more likely, but it's still
Your
supposed
Honor?
to jog your memory about plates too.
Just
Your Honor?
dishes in general.
I
Wow.
vibe my case.
I vibed my case.
Okay.
Not a vibe.
And I have returned.
Excellent.
Wow.
Hello.
So much has happened.
Oh my god, what?
I mean, if you think about it like on a universal scale, a lot has happened.
I mean, not wrong, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question
Maybe.
mark?
Infinite scale of the universe, certainly lots of things happened.
What's happening to our characters? That's my question right now.
Would you like to know?
Recap. I mean, what?
All right.
Everybody-
Well, we'll go
Recap.
ahead and get into it then. Let me put on some fantasy music for everybody.
Ooh.
Are you in Roll20?
I will be in a moment.
Oh, okay. I was like, everyone's here but the GM.
Our god's on a break. He's having some downtime.
God's taking a
God's vibing.
These things, they happen, no worries.
nap. Nice. I put it on 69% volume.
Nice.
I always
I like
forget
that.
you can actually pop out your character sheet into a separate window.
Ah,
You
shit,
can.
I gotta do that.
I have it on my vertical screen.
I literally just moved it over to mine. It's like, wait a minute, this is a vertical character sheet. I could put this on my vertical monitor.
I'm the jerk that just uses D&D Beyond, so
Hey,
How dare no, I'm just kidding.
how dare.
I'm
Such a
fan.
hipster.
hell, if I could somehow put my character sheet on a tablet and when I interact with it, it still affects the game on like the main screen, that would be dope.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
That would be hella cool.
I thought
Yo,
I could-
roll 20. Let's talk. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Let's go, 20.
All right. Well, welcome, everybody, to another episode of Tyranny of Dragons, the Cold Blood. We have been away for a little bit, took a little bit of AK time for a couple of us, and I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm ready to get back into it.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Woo.
So in the background, you can hear music by Adrian Von Ziegler. You can check them out on YouTube, on Patreon. You may also check them out on Spotify if you so desire. Not every platform is the same, I'll just say that.
I just saw that video of that episode again.
Yeah.
I finally have all my episodes on track now. I was missing one.
Huzzah!
Nice. But going down the list, introducing our players here, we have playing Eldrath, the Shifter Bardblock. We have Unchecked the White Tiger, aka Ethan.
Hello.
Then playing Arthurax, the Spiderfolk Rogue, we have Saku Darkfang.
Hello, my little ones.
I think I need an adult.
And
He
we're
is
off.
an adult.
Boy, that took a turn real quick.
Mhm.
Then playing Jessica, the white
The
wolf
wife.
folk sorcerer
The
now.
wife. The wife.
The wife.
What?
The wife.
Hello?
Yes.
The waifu?
The wife.
I mean, yeah.
Have you guys heard of Sigmund Freud? He's talked a lot about these kind of situations. Playing Jessica, the wolf folk sorceress, we have Duffwolf.
Hello.
Playing Cassidy, the rabbit folk artificer, we have Tazel Sixpaws.
This summer I learned to pronounce Arjan.
Wow.
And playing Olia, the hyena folk paladin, and Bestis Bean, we have Dirk the Red Panda.
Ah,
Yes, Bean.
glad to be here.
He's a bean.
They call him Mr. Bean.
Might be copyrighted, I don't know. Pretty sure. In the land of Faerun, something is bubbling under the surface, focusing around the western coast known to all as the Sword Coast. In the past few centuries, Faerun has seen an influx of immigrants from Faunamore, a faraway continent only accessible by sea. Faunamore is said to be blessed by Gaia herself, and the creatures there are her children, birthing various types of animal folk, ranging from mammals to reptiles to insectoids. Though their reception amongst the other races has been mixed, many animal folk found lives in the major cities of the Sword Coast, as well as farmland further out into surrounding areas. Many immigrants settled down and raised families, resulting in cementing the animal folk among the everyday life of urban and rural life of the Sword Coast, all the way from northern Luskan to southern Baldur's Gate. Many animal folk lead simple lives, while more cunning and cutthroat ones find themselves in good fortunes both of honest and dishonest work. In the past few decades, a growing separatist movement from reptilian animal folk and dragonkin has gained traction amongst some of the major cities. Differences in culture and a noticeable wealth gap has driven a divide between some of the more extreme elements of this movement, and some have begun to organize. Recent attacks on some trade caravans in small towns and outposts have become far more common, and there is tension amongst the Sword Coast, with several people looking at neighbors a bit differently now, depending on whether they are cold-blooded or warm-blooded. While many were content to go about their lives, others became paranoid and began to prepare for what they considered an oncoming war. On each side, there are those who do not wish to see war, and each attempt to dissuade their own respective groups, but there are also traitors, in the form of cults and people in power, who sympathize with the movement or wish to use it to their own advantage. This has resulted in instability in some areas of the Sword Coast, and skirmishes between the two groups have become sporadic, but not uncommon. But to this day, people still go about their lives, as life does not stop at the whispers of war. A long way from Greenest, the town where our heroes met, the Bardi has battled with many members of a splinter faction of the Cult of the Dragon, and discovered a plot to free Tiamat, the evil queen of chromatic dragons, from her prison in the Nine Hells. When last we left our heroes, Arthurax the Spiderfolk Rogue, Jessica the Wolffolk Sorcerer, Eldrath the Shifter Warlock Bard, Cassidy the Rabbitfolk Artificer, and Olia the Hyena Folk Paladin, our party, while traveling in the caravan to Waterdeep, had stopped to assist Anders, the half-elf, in retrieving their horses that had been stolen by Ettercaps. Cassidy led the recovery effort with the help of Eldrath, Crick the Wolffolk Monk, Anders, and Arjan, the red dragonborn cleric. Facing the unknown stretch of woods, the group tracked down the ettercaps and giant spiders, dispatching them, and returning with the stolen horses, but not before an altercation erupted between Arjan and Anders, leaving the two at odds with the other. After securing the horses again, the caravan continued on to Waterdeep, now only a few days away. So, as you are reaching the evening, after having dealt with spiders and ettercaps, you are settling down for the night, making camp, and as you all do so, you see Arjan stepping out of his tent. He is carrying a wooden box. It's rectangular, one side several inches thick, and it's about a half a foot long, maybe. And he walks towards you all and holds it up. Would anyone be interested in a game of dragon chess?
Oh, yeah. Me.
If you tell me the rules, maybe I can give it a go.
If you would
Does sound interesting.
He opens the box on a hinge at the halfway point of the fold, and inside are a set of small dowels with little special sockets on the end, and 3 checkered boards folded in half on small, delicate hinges. Seems like they are painted on top of very thin, milled sheets of wood. Arjan takes a minute or two to unfold the boards and snap the dowels onto them, and connecting them until the boards form a 3-tiered 12x8 checkered playing area. It only looks complicated. It's actually quite simple.
Ollie's just scratching his head in the background.
Oh, poor Olia.
Olia.exe has crashed.
Come on, Olia. I will teach you.
Okay. Not like really like this game in the first place.
So each board is colored differently. There is on the bottom a red and black checkered board. In the middle is a green and brown checkered board, and then on the top is blue and white checkered board. As he pulls out 2 leather satchels and looks at you, Eldrath, black or white?
What do you think, Olia?
You're asking me? Do you think I know how to do this?
I am here to help you. Which color do you prefer, white or black?
They're both very pretty. Let's try white this time.
As Arjan hands you the bag, as you open it up, look inside, there are a few dozen stone game pieces. Each of them are delicately carved, but in a minimalist style, just the barest of accents to show a basic shape, essentially. And he takes his bag, opens it up, and starts setting up the pieces on the board. Just set them up in the way that I have done so.
And Eldrath would take over and put the pieces there, trying to explain which each of them are, even though it's probably falling on deaf ears.
The top layer is the skyboard. These are your sylphs, your griffins, and your dragons. This bottom layer is the subterranean board. This is for dwarves, elementals, and basilisks. And then this is the landscape board. This is for all your other pieces. Warriors, thieves, paladin, your king. Protect your king at all costs.
Oh, like me.
As he kind of quirks his head and smiles a bit. Yes, very much like you.
Awesome.
And as he goes through explaining all the different pieces and what they can do, he sets it up with great ease and care. You can tell from this board that it's probably been with him for quite some time. It's very well loved.
Hmm.
All right. You have the first move. Now, are you proficient in dragon chess?
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Full disclaimer, I have no idea what it is. Eldrath knows what it is. And he's played it before, but he's not an expert at all.
So, fun
Just
fact: this is an actual game
Yeah.
that Gary
figured.
Gygax created.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It
wow.
actually exists,
Hmm,
and it
that's
is
pretty cool.
insane.
I was gonna say it sounds kind of like the Egyptian game.
It's each player has like 42 pieces. It's insane.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Sounds like
Wow.
3D chess or whatever, but
It
3D
literally is.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you're gonna.
I can't handle chess on one plane for crying out loud.
You're expecting
Yeah,
Ole
chess
to
is
know
bad enough
how
for
to
me
do this?
with 2 directions to move.
There is a proficiency for dragon chess, so
I have proficiency with playing cards, but that's about it.
yep. He didn't pull out playing cards though.
Nope.
Shucks.
Nope. Sure didn't.
So, you have the opening move, so you're going to need to either roll intelligence or wisdom. Intelligence being the idea of your strategic abilities, and wisdom being your gut feelings.
Okay.
You
Um,
don't get to add your proficiency bonus, sadly, since you don't have a proficiency in this.
So, what Eldrath is going to do is I'm going to roll for him wisdom, and based on the die number, that's what he whispers into Olia's ear, trying to help him along. I guess.
Thank you.
All good.
Sure.
Believe in you.
Am I rolling?
Do it.
I clicked it, but it didn't do anything. Let me try again.
Oh no.
There it goes.
There.
Oh.
There.
Rolled twice.
Ooh. Yeah.
Nice.
First one's a 20, so
Oh, I only saw the first one. That's weird.
Both
My-
of them came
my
up to me at
connection.
once.
So
well,
Oh, maybe because I'm zoomed in.
you're not exactly what one would call a master at this game, but you've played before a couple of times, seen it played, so you know that average opening move is good to get the warriors out front, much like any strategic movement is to get your front line out there.
Yeah.
As Arjan watches Olia move the warrior piece forward on the landscape board. A good opening move.
1, 2. How many pieces did I move it?
That one moves 2 pieces.
I got it. Goes back to counting again. 1, 2.
As he grabs a piece and moves it from on the top board and moves it slightly to the side. How long have you all been traveling together? You seem like very good friends.
How long has it been?
Good question.
Well, I was a late joiner, so don't know the history of them all before I came in. Grain of salt.
We've known each other about 3, maybe 4 months.
Something like that. Yeah. From the beginning of the caravan there. I mean, that was like our halfway point, right?
I think so.
Just guessing.
And I probably what would I be in about like 3 or 4 weeks ago or something?
Yeah, about a month, maybe a month and a half
Yeah.
at most.
About a month. I've been running with these folks.
They are very good friends to you. You all have worked very well together.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
Cassidy manages to smile to everyone. Yeah,
It-
I think you're right.
it's not like we had some struggles along the way. And he eyes over at Eldrath.
Eldrath is picking at his fingers.
But we surprisingly manage.
I know I've saved all of your skins multiple times, so at this point you owe me.
I'll be sure to write that in the ledger.
Is your move.
All right. Huh.
Oh, thank goodness.
Ooh.
17.
Let's go, high rolls.
Yeah.
As you note, his moving his griffin early is a bold move. Usually good for a something you do against an amateur, against a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that matching that move is a good way to let him know, no, don't do that.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
As he raises an eyebrow ridge and, I see. Have you played before?
Is that towards me?
Well, Olia is the one moving the piece, but are you giving him the moves?
Helping him, yes.
I don't know if I could do this on my own.
He couldn't.
He nods
Well,
very
this time.
agreeably.
For the longest time, I thought I could only do things alone. I have learned since then. He takes one of his lower pieces, one of the dwarves, and starts moving it forward. The main thing to remember, though, is that when you have people by your side, the load is a little bit lighter.
Good point.
Well, it is a lesson that was hard learned. Your move.
Wow.
I want to pull.
Damn.
I want to have Olia try to pull an aggressive move. Yeah.
Okay.
Impressive mood.
Yeah.
Don't play chess angry.
You note that he is attempting to distract you from his subterranean side, and that is a good avenue in which to get people unawares, because most people focus on the sky. They look at the dragons and they think, "Oh, that's dangerous," but they don't realize that the dwarves can do a good amount of work down there.
Mm-hmm.
It took a second to get me focused on that before I moved.
In response, you move your basilisk closer towards the dwarves, as he recognizes that as a very aggressive move to make, but mostly just to stop him in his tracks. I have to admit, you seem to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
My best friend and I played a lot. I never beat him.
As you continue to play on, going back and forth, moving the pieces, capturing a few of his, and he captures a few of yours, eventually gets down to the wire, and he's down to just a few pieces on his landscape and a griffin and a sylph on his sky, and most of his dwarves are gone. And he just looks at you nervously. I had not expected this. You have me in quite a pickle.
You really do, Olia. Good job.
Thanks. Puts a hot
As he moves his king to the right to protect him behind one of the remaining warriors that he has. And you inform Olia to move the dragon from directly above the king, because the dragon can attack directly below it.
Nice. Well, that's a pretty
Ambush. Nice.
Which means checkmate.
Yeah.
As he lets out a disgusted noise, blah. I am convinced this was beginner's luck.
That's not...
Definitely.
It is good to have comrades to talk with again.
Makes it a lot less lonely here. Even if we are in a
Indeed.
caravan.
It has been quite some time for me. Most of the time, people do not wish to speak with me. They think that I am scary, apparently.
Oh, you're terrifying.
No. What are you talking about?
Well, some people are not as open to dragonkin being around them, especially chromatics. They seem to think that we are more violent than others.
Very bold assumption.
It is not an unwelcome one. Before I answered the call to Torum, I was a highwayman.
What's
What does
that?
that mean?
I
Bandit. A highwayman.
Oh,
What does that mean?
yes. I would
it was bandit, essentially.
I would rob people from their carriages. I would set up a roadblock or ride up on horses, and I would rob them blind.
Look, their eyes too? Wow. You were.
Got some inspiration there, I see. right, Eldrath?
I've never met this man before. This caravan, so no.
I guess you have somebody to look up to now, right?
Well, that's certainly 180 degrees from where you are now. What happened?
There was a time when I met another cleric of Torm, and there was a rival dragonborn tribe that had attacked. I can't really explain why, but I felt compelled to intervene. I was ran through by one of the blades of the other tribe member. I would have died, but that cleric, a young human, he healed me, brought me back. Asked him why. I was just a thief. And he said that it would have been unjust to let me die for defending him.
That is very noble of him.
I have since dedicated my life to Torm, much to the ire of my mate, but I have done what I have done. I made my choice. I'm not proud of what I was, but I'm not going to deny it either.
It's very beyond yourself. Very, what's the word? Not selfish, but yeah, can I get some help with the word?
Noble?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Does it? Is there a word that starts with self that's not selfish?
Oh, selfless.
Yeah, that one. Thanks.
Well,
I just rub Olia's back. It's like, it's okay. You got it.
Well, now I know more stuff. The more you know.
There's a rainbow right above us. The more you know.
Thanks, Cassidy.
my mate does not see it that way. Nor does my daughter, but
More than just them in the world.
You have a daughter?
yes, she is, I believe 10 seasons now.
Oh,
She is,
how cute.
she is a picture of her egg mother. I hope she grows to be just as strong-willed as her. She has not spoken to me in some time.
Perhaps send a message.
Well, I do write frequently. Whether they read them or not, I don't know. I always hope that there will be a letter from me at the temple.
It may come.
I guess the important thing is to not give up. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I heard this from a very famous paladin. It was the human Juan Grekonski, I believe. It was a very strong man, I understand. Very competitive.
Wow,
Sounds about right.
that name does ring a bell for me.
It's similar to that, I'm not certain, but
I think I shook his hand once.
I think that I have been punished enough as he starts to fold up his boards and putting them into the box.
Are you sure we could play again?
I think that I shall decline.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh. I
Good idea, Roshan.
did want to ask the group, and Eldrath kind of looks around for anyone who could be eavesdropping or whatnot.
Go ahead and roll perception just to look around.
Sorry for the noise in the background.
Adds to the effect. Oh, sorry for my noise in the background.
You're
So,
fairly certain that nobody's looking in at the moment.
well, after the fiasco with Anders, and, not just the horses, but with Olia as well, does anyone else think that he may pull something in the next day or so?
Anders, what do you think?
Well, obviously, yes, but I wanted to see what you all thought.
He's already unhinged as it is because he didn't get his way trying to get Olia, punished.
I don't know.
Cassie looks thoughtful.
So it would make sense that he would try and do whatever it takes to get his own justice.
I ain't so sure. I don't trust that man as far as I could throw him.
How far could you throw?
But he did thank me for helping get his horses back. And I know that he really ain't the one in control of those folks back there. That wizard folk, I think. Kind of probably got him by the cojones. I'm thinking we're close enough to Waterdeep. Have you tried anything? And we caught him at it. That we'd be close enough to be able to get him to justice. I don't think he would want to risk that.
I have a way to keep watch over Anders and even the wizard. It takes a little bit out of me because I can't see or move, but it's effective.
Anything you're willing to share with us about it, or just knowing that you have it?
Just know that I have it.
All right. Is it something that he's going to recognize as you?
No. But while I'm using it, if someone could watch over my tent for, say, an hour.
I got nothing better to do.
Well, perfect. Eldrath will
You
stand and stretch out.
you plan to do this tonight?
Until we reach Waterdeep.
Well, I'm gonna make the same invite I gave to Arthrax a little while ago. I got ways to make people not see you. If it comes down to it, best protection against having somebody spot you taking a nap while you're doing your business is to have them not see you. Can't be tonight though. Got tapped out from those damn spiders and nethercaps. But till we get to Waterdeep next day, after the next day, till we get to Waterdeep, if you want.
Okay. Well,
Cassie
I
just
will-
like nods with a little smile.
I will retire to my tent then.
Night, Eldrath.
Poodles. And he heads off.
Right. So, anything else anybody would like to do before we move forward?
Nope.
I'm good. How about y'all?
I gotta get on guard duty.
Fair.
You guys have a good night and see you in the morning.
Have a good watch.
She does this 2-finger salute from her wide-brimmed hat.
He gives a good.
Hops on, hop along, and gets out to the perimeter.
Well, it gives a good big smile in response, and then heads back to his caravan.
Right. As everybody retires for the evening. And it's a quiet night, although sometimes there's some rustling in the woods nearby. And you can't help but wonder if another spider is coming. But nothing happens. As the evening passes and breaks into morning, everybody gets the benefits of a long rest. Go ahead and reset all your spells and such.
Oh, finally.
Long rest.
Give me
I,
my spells.
I love that Roll20 added a short rest and long rest button.
Wait, really?
Like that's
You just have to set it up. It's in the
Oh.
it's in the gears.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
This disappointment.
You can do a lot with those character sheets when you know how the macros work.
Oh yeah. What about the macros?
Oh, short rest, long rest.
When you're in the macros.
We're not going to go there.
TOS.
No.
Just a little bit of TOS there.
Yeah.
Cool. That's helpful.
But as the morning starts, everybody goes about their business, gathering up their goods and getting everything packed up. Breakfast is served out for everybody, and soon you find yourselves back on the road. Several of the merchants and the other travelers are perhaps a little bit subdued today with the recent events in mind. However, many are excited, knowing that Waterdeep is only a few days away, and several of them are happy to put this whole thing behind them.
FYI, Dana, I'm swapping out Lesser Restoration for Heat Metal.
Interesting. Okay. Heat metal, the most evil spell ever created.
cooking book.
Let's just put it this way. I saw Anders with that rapier. Be ashamed to have him keep hanging on to it.
That would be a shame.
Shame.
Or we could
So,
just steal it and take it.
As you're all traveling along the caravan here, where is everybody located within the caravan?
I'm with
probably
my
hanging out
caravan.
with Crick and Fern.
I'm
All
still
right.
big.
I'm usually at the front, I think. With the Watcher's shield, I'm usually on alert for danger.
Okay.
And Hopalong can't be surprised, so having us both at the front is a good early warning.
Don't scare the banani.
It's a good way to get, shot full of holes.
Just ask that editor cap.
Blow that cap full of holes.
I think I'll
That's
take
the cap
the
in that
front as
cap.
well.
No cap.
All right.
No cap.
Keeping Cassidy company. So, in the afternoon, while the group is traveling along, Jessica, let me get a perception check from you, please.
What sense is it?
This is going to be hearing.
Ooh, well then.
You have that advantage.
I do have that advantage.
Oh,
21!
Natural
Nice.
I hear everything.
So as you're sitting chatting with Fern and Crick, off in the distance, you can hear the sound of something moving through the woods. It start, a lot of snapping twigs and bushes being moved, and the sound of something running through the woods. It's running towards you. It's getting closer.
How far am I from Cassidy at the front of the caravan? How far back is Fern's cart?
I'd say probably about 200 feet.
That is a bit far to yell. So I will just sort of put a hand on Crick's shoulder, sort of tune. Jessica kind of tunes her ears in the direction. Says, "Do you hear that?"
Crick swivels his ears and looks around. Now you don't hear anything either.
Oh.
I didn't. What did you hear? What is it?
Footsteps. Like someone was running through the brush towards the caravan.
Okay. I don't see anybody though. Is it maybe it was an animal?
Maybe. Can I do a vision-based perception check as well?
If you want to look around, it won't be an advantage though.
Right. You're right. I ain't got shit.
The woods are pretty dense. They just
Yep.
kind of stuck. There's a lot of trees and plants out there. You can't really see what's going on.
Okay.
But all of a
I-
sudden, from above you, you hear the sound of something screaming at the top of its lungs as it comes careening down. And you look up and you see a half-naked wild halfling man
Ugh.
as he falls
Oh.
into the cart next to Fern, who starts screaming as Crick is swearing as he tries to grab at him. And the halfling just starts ripping through the bags that they have looking for food. As he just starts rustling through as Crick is trying to grab at him, pin him, but he's like kind of greasy, so he's like slipping out of his hands. It's just like,
What the?
what the fuck? Get as Fern is just, get him!
Holy shit! Jesse will do their best to assist.
How are you going to assist?
Probably also try to grab the guy and get him out of the fucking cart.
All right, give me a strength check.
I don't suppose Eldrath
15.
or I would have noticed any of this.
You can hear a commotion coming from the direction of Fern's cart.
Cassie's going to turn to Eldrath. I'm going to go check it out. And she's going to direct Hopalong to run back to Fern's cart.
As you do, Jesse gets their staff up underneath the halfling and just kind of smacks him up and onto the side of the cart. As Crick just lines up a shot and just side kicks him as hard as he can, just launches him like a missile back out into the woods.
Yay!
As he's holding his hand, he's bleeding, and he's like, son of a bitch bit me.
What the?
Ew.
What was it? What happened?
As you look over, Cassidy, and see a half-naked wild halfling man just running away with 2 loaves of bread under his arms as he runs into the woods.
Cassidy like slow turns to the to Jesse and to Crick and Fern. You all had halflings in your cart? Like that?
For a brief moment, he came out of the fucking tree. And Jesse will look up and look around, trying to see if there are any other little gremlin people.
Give me a perception check.
Can I also take a look once I
Sure.
see them doing that? Okay.
Absolutely.
16.
20.
The canopies are clear. You don't see any other creatures looking down at you or trying to line up their attempts to jump in.
I can't be
Even-
sure, but I think it was just the one.
I ain't seeing no more movement. After them spiders, I'm looking at canopies a lot harder and can't see nothing.
I heard this guy coming, and then he just somehow got up into the trees like really quick and just dropped right into the cart.
As Crick starts wrapping up his hand that you can see that has a bite mark on it, as he just tries to staunch the bleeding. Like, son of a bitch.
Are you okay?
I
You
don't
need
know.
help?
I don't know. Is wear humanoid a thing? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I was thinking the same
Whatever.
thing.
Where
Just saying.
humanoid?
Oh, that'd be
Go
a
on,
first
like, come on.
case I think I'd see.
Like, suddenly all my fur's gonna drop out and I'm just gonna be standing here just looking like an idiot or something? I don't know.
God.
Be glad Eldrath isn't there.
What the fuck
I'm,
was that thing?
I'm gonna make my rounds around the caravan and warn people to keep their eyes skyward for raining halflings. I'll,
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you guys all right though? You need nothing? Need anything?
I think so. I think we're okay.
Yeah, it just
all
looks
right.
like you got a few loaves of bread or something.
Wow.
Look at this. He got his greasy hands all over. As
What's up?
Crick starts to clean up all of the loose food that got kicked about during the struggle. So all the vegetables are covered with like halfling grease or whatever. Yuck.
Ugh.
We have to wash
Yeah.
these.
Well, you take care of that. I'm gonna go get alerts going,
All right.
and she will run off and basically spread the word around the rest of the caravan to keep your eyes on the trees for wild, hungry halflings. Hungry halflings. You know.
So you approach the caravan towards the back, the one that's still part of the first group, not the cultist group, and you see sitting in the back of the wagon is Jamna, just kind of sitting out the back, leaning out, looking at the people behind as they follow along, and sees you approaching. Well, hey there, Miss Cassidy. How you doing?
Howdy, Jenna. Quick word of warning. Fern's cart had been raided by apparently an airborne halfling. Some crazed one going in, stealing some food and running off. So you may want to also keep your eyes peeled for the canopy. Start hearing any rustling, check your grub.
She takes a puff on her pipe and blows out a cloud of smoke. We've just had a very interesting ride, haven't we?
Interesting, don't even begin to cover it.
Yeah. We've had a couple of, shall we say, less than stellar interactions with, as she kind of points her pipe towards the caravan behind them. Not to mention
Yeah.
the interaction with your good friend Olia, the dog guy.
Yeah. You mind if we have a conversation on this a little bit later? I gotta warn other people to keep their stores away from raining halflings.
Oh, sure. I'm not going anywhere.
Keep your eyes peeled. And she's like side eyes the caravan behind everywhere that's relevant.
Gives you a little 2-finger salute, just like you do, and takes another puff on her pipe as she continues to watch.
And Cassidy will loop back around and make sure everybody knows. All the way back up to the front and let Uldric know what's going on. With Eldrath probably in hearing distance.
As Aldrich kind of looks at you as he's walking along. Really? A halfling just from the sky?
According to Jesse, yeah.
And it was naked?
Well, half naked. I think it had a loincloth. You know what? I didn't see too much of it before it floated away with two, well, not floated literally, but wiggled away, I'd say. Crick's complaining about halfling grease. I didn't even know if that's a thing. Just keep your eyes on the canopy. Tain't just spiders that are ambushing, apparently.
Okay. I will.
These trails get weirder every year.
I mean, if they're hungry enough to jump inside a caravan and, like, handle something they didn't know what was going on, steal and run, I guess they've done it before. Guess they're experts at it.
True. Well, we'll keep an eye out, I suppose. If anybody notices any flying halflings, I'm sure they will let us know. I would hope they would let us know.
More falling than flying, but yeah.
No, still, yes.
All right. And she'll take her post back and keep an eye on the road and the canopy.
The day continues on. No further halfling drop-ins. Although there's definitely still some paranoia, one could say, from Crick and Fern as they keep their eyes lifted up a little bit more. But as you all reach the evening time and make camp and set yourselves up, the evening is yours. You may do as you wish.
I would like to go find Birch.
All right. Birch is currently sitting next to Oyen, who is chatting his ear off, although it doesn't look like Birch is really enjoying himself that much. He does perk up when he sees you coming. He's like, Arthur, yes. Excuse me, Oyen. I've needed to talk to Arthur here. As he gets up and starts walking over to you. Hey, could we move over here? I wanted to talk to you for a second.
Yep, yeah, sure.
Thank you. As he puts a hand on your back and just starts pushing you further away from Oyen. And he just leans in and just says, thank you. He would not shut up.
What was he discussing about?
Look, he asked me what I thought about the Dragonborn cleric guy, Arjan, and I was just like, he's, cool, I guess. He's a nice guy. Saved my friend Oak, so I think he's cool, and he was just like, oh, well, most dragonkin are all very vicious, and I'm just like, man, I don't listen to that shit. And he just keeps going on, he's my boss though, so I can't really say anything right now.
It just got very annoying, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to Waterdeep because that's where he's getting out, and I'm heading back to Candlekeep, so had enough of this. I think this has been enough excitement for me this summer.
You're ready to see your girls again, huh?
Yeah, I miss them. Also, having a couple of close encounters this time has reminded me of what's really important.
Yeah, adventure tends to do that.
What about you? What are you doing once you get to Waterdeep? Gonna continue on?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep on going. There's a lot out there I want to discover.
Yeah. From what I heard, Daggerford, they said that there's some work going on up in Neverwinter, Thought about it, but I think I'd rather just go ahead and head home.
What kind of work?
Mostly it was building the road. They had that oh god, what was that? About 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when they had the volcano that erupted further north. Well, Neverwinter got the worst of it, so they've been just trying to rebuild since. And that road is their main like tradeway, so they're trying to get that built up.
Oh,
It's
well.
gonna take a while though. It's a long path.
Is there any way around that you would know of?
I mean, going through the sea. Some people have probably started doing that, but Neverwinter has can't really raise their tariffs on imports at the docks, because if they do, people won't sell there anymore. They'll go, over to Baldur's Gate, or they'll go to Waterdeep instead. So they can't really price themselves out. So yeah, they kind of need that road. So I understand that they're paying people pretty well for it, but I don't know. Work's pretty labor intensive. Although I understand they probably could use guards too, but I don't know. I don't think guarding a road would be a lot of fun.
Well, we thought the same thing with the caravans, and look where we are now.
Yeah, this has not been fun. I don't know what you're thinking, because this has been an absolute nightmare.
I got more action here than I got anywhere else.
Yeah, well, I'm getting too old for action. I was just hoping for a nice, easy, I thought, the Fields of the Dead probably going to be pretty bad. Managed to get through that, no problem. Then everything just kind of kept escalating. And then there's these assholes in the back who are really, I don't know, just something about them is really off, and I don't like it.
Yeah, trust me, I don't have a good feel about them either. But as for you, you handled yourself pretty well. I'd be fucking honored to be constantly fighting along your side.
I mean, it's not about the glory, it's a paycheck. It's getting my money at the end of the road, and then I probably will do a couple of guard jobs on the way back to Candlekeep just to pay for my expenses and everything. But no, I'm not here for the adventure,
Understandable. And maybe someday, if I visit Candlekeep, I can look you up.
You're welcome to. I think my wife would probably enjoy having you over. She definitely likes to hear about the things that happen on the trails, especially the more embarrassing ones. And I'm sure you could tell her quite a few.
Yep, trading some stories, embarrassment. Pretty much the common for story sharing.
I think you're
Yeah.
already feeling the embarrassment.
I'm going to sneak away and go drinking with Oak, unless you want to join.
I'll be open for a drink or two.
Awesome. As he puts an arm around the small of your back and just kind of moves you forward, making sure not to make eye contact with Oyen. As you both move over towards Oak and get a couple of drinks. Ooh. So, Cassidy.
Yeah.
As you're walking about, you see out the corner of your eye, moving towards you, one Jamna Gleamsilver. The gnome just puffing on her pipe lightly as she walks closer to you.
Cassidy breaks off from whatever meal she was eating, most likely beans, and she'll get up and approach Jenna. Hey there.
Hey. So you wanted to talk, right?
Yeah. We find someplace a little bit secluded.
Sure. We got time. You pick the spot.
I'll look around, see if I can find like a place where we can talk where we're not going to be overheard.
Easily, just stepping away from the main camp until still within the barest amount of light from the fires, but not close to anybody at the moment.
I set Hop along to sentry mode. Basically, just like, making sure no one's approaching within, like, say, 30 feet. Like, hidden, like, by some bushes and whatnot, so no one can read lips or anything.
His eyes go red and his head moves backwards and forward.
TF2 sentry sounds.
Yeah, pretty much. Are you still there? Anyway, she's gonna like lower her voice. Feel free to just tell me to stuff it and run away, but the organization that you belong to, does it handle situations of like possible weapons dealing?
Well, when you say that, what do you mean? Like weapons dealing? Like somebody's selling under the under the table or something?
Well, let me just ask you this. And she procures her pistol. You ever seen anything like this before?
You roll for Jamna here. No, I can't say that I have. I've seen flintlocks before, but this is definitely better than a flintlock.
You been a Neverwinter?
I probably have at some point. Been to a lot of places. But I'm pretty sure I've been to Neverwinter.
Maybe you might have come across a badger blacksmith. Name of Wheelrat. Don't know if it rings a bell to you at all.
I might hear a little bit of dinging.
That was my paw. I'm adopted, of course.
Interesting.
The reason I ask is because I have an inkling of, like, your interest in everything that's going on. I ain't gonna say too much to it. I think it was important to keep you out of the limelight from the whole Anders Olia thing. So I got to thinking, there's a situation where your organization may be interested. And with that, she pulls out the little cube that she has, pushes the top of it, and shows the image she made of Xanavius Bronzespark. And she doesn't say a word. She watches Gemna's reaction, if any.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Average.
She wasn't expecting the little pop-up image. She was curious when you pulled out the cube and she didn't know exactly what it was, but when it popped up, she was a little bit surprised. And it takes a second for her to get her mask back together as she just kind of nods her head. But you don't think that she's seen this gnome before.
Long and short of it is, this little turd licker stole a prototype, a set of blueprints for a prototype for this prototype from my paw and me less than a year ago. I ain't gonna jerk your tears out with the information after that, but basically, the way I see it, he seems to be someone who works with machines just like I do. Probably, if I had to make a guess, not exactly like I do. I create, he just takes and modifies. Or at least that's what I would suspect. The reason I bring this up to you is because if he does find a way to be able to produce these things, that he's going to be selling them to the people with the most money and the least morals.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the sound of that, actually.
I sure as hell don't. Now I ain't fixing to rope you into anything, any promises. And I got business with my friends in Waterdeep. But I did hear that he might have been seen north of Waterdeep. And I was wondering if maybe there might be a little interaction between your group and at least me. I don't know about I can't speak for the others. But I think that your style might be kind of useful in bringing this Dick Cheese to justice.
You know, I got people that I talk to. You know, we got to talk to them and just run this by them to make sure that they're okay with it. But I could see about trying to make some introductions at the least. I can't make any promises.
I wouldn't hold you in any. I just want to alert you to it, and an introduction would be just peach cane.
Could you tell me a little bit more about this device here? This is something I've never seen anything quite like this.
It's a repeating pistol. It was intended to have arcane energies infused with matter creation along ley lines. You have a central cylinder that holds the ammunition, and she just like keeps like talking about it, but not giving anything where it would like reveal all of the inner workings. Just
No trade
hey, this is
secrets.
how it works. No trade secrets. Just this is how it works.
And you get the feeling that she's trying to keep up with you, but it's still quite over her head. As she just kind of nods as she tries to keep along. It's a very intricate piece. Must have taken you a lot of time to work on it, get it fixed up all nice and pretty like that.
Took my pa about 5 years. He passed away soon after Bronze Spark stole the plans. Kind of like he stole his soul. He
Well,
wasn't the same. He wasn't the same afterwards. So
I feel for you there, and I can definitely understand wanting to find the guy for that. You know, I can sympathize with that. I do still have my mission to keep on,
yeah,
so I will have to move this forward with the appropriate people when I get to Waterdeep, and hopefully I can get back with you before you depart.
Cassidy holds out her hand. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. And she shakes your hand. Keep a good hold on that. You don't want nobody taking that, though. That's a one-of-a-kind piece.
If they get it, they're gonna have to pry it out of my cold, dead paws.
See, you say that, but then that's how a lot of things get taken, you know?
Yeah, but then they got to deal with Hopalong
Oh, that's
first.
true. And she kind of slides her eyes over to Hopalong, who just at that moment rotates its head to
To look.
meet Jamna's eyes. She gets a little bit of a shudder. Right. Don't want to do that. That's for certain. I'm gonna get to my tent. I'm gonna finish up my dinner. I'm gonna get an early night, I think.
Thanks for the talk.
Of course, anytime. You have a good one. As she wanders away.
Cassidy takes a moment, takes Hopalong out of sentry mode, just like leans against him a little bit, takes out that locket, and opens it up. And again, I don't know if anyone's around to hear it, but there's that deep male voice. Proud of you, my little thorn. That happens every time she opens it up. She just looks at it for a long time. Closes it, puts it underneath her breastplate, takes the cube, turns it off, pops it away, gets on top of Hopalong, and goes back to finish her dinner and start her nightly rounds.
Anybody else? Anything they'd like to do this evening?
I do.
Oh, what do you have?
I'm going to spy on Anders and stuff.
Okay.
Are you finding Cassidy about the offer?
No, not
Okay.
this time.
All right. As night comes and everybody is starting to wind down and just have a couple of drinks and just chat with everybody. A couple people are still eating some food as you have a moment to realize that now's probably as good a time as any.
You'll find Arthrax and kind of give him that. Actually, you know what? He'll just send a quick message to him when he gets into range. Through, message.
Oh dear.
Arthrax, I'm going to my tent. I need you to do your thing.
He shakes his head when he hears the message and just lowly growls to himself, "God damn it, Eldrath." Sorry guys. Seems about that time I start heading out. I promised one of my friends I would watch over their tent for a little bit.
Oak holds up his cup to you. He's like, all right, well, you're always good to hang out with us.
Of course. You all have a good night.
Good night.
And with that, he takes his final sip before putting the cup down and heading to Eldrath's tent.
Right.
So
As-
Eldrath's gonna pretty much just lay down in his tent and focus in on Ostinato. Basically viewing through its eyes. How far away is the enemy caravan?
Further than 100 feet.
Yeah, it is. Huh? I guess I should have thought about that before. Okay. He'll get up out of the tent and start talking to Arthrax. Well, I need to get a little closer, it seems.
How closer?
About 100 feet.
He sighs and face palms and goes, first off, that message thing is really messing my head. Secondly, you do realize you do have a secondary option here.
Yes. Cassidy, right?
Obviously.
But my guess is she can only have one person do whatever the thing she can do.
Yes, only one person at a time.
1 second.
That's up to you.
Right. I then release you from my service. You may go.
He throws up a middle finger before he walks off.
Fine. So he goes and finds Cassidy.
She's doing her rounds. Just definitely spending more time towards the back.
Hello.
Eldrath?
So, I misjudged the distance, and I need to get closer.
Distance for
Mm,
oh, your thing.
my thing.
Your thing.
Mhm.
Hmm. How much closer?
I need to be at least about 100 feet away.
All right. And how long you plan to do this?
About an hour?
Well, lucky you. That's about how long it lasts.
Oh, well. What is it?
She again takes off the little silvery disc that she gave to Arthrax before. And she says, as soon as I flip this on, so to speak, no one will be able to see you. And still be able to hear you and smell you,
Mm-hmm.
but can't put eyes on you. Unless you cast a spell or you attack something. So don't do any of that. And for an hour, nobody will peep you. She's, of
Dana.
course, talking very, very low volume.
This is a game question.
Sure.
Is using that ability through, like, seeing through your familiar's vision and all that count as a action like a spell?
No, it's the motion of summoning them. When you call them out of your pocket dimension, that does not count as casting a spell because they have to be summoned in the first place. So,
Right.
if you've already summoned him, you would not be casting a spell.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, well,
Now, I got a follow-up question for you. I know you were keeping tight-lipped about it, but this might also benefit whatever you have going in. Is it something that they might see?
it is possible, yes.
I could also make that thing not seen. Of course, that means you would not benefit from it. But I've seen you skulk around before. I think you're capable.
Okay. Let's try it your way. And he will summon Ostinato.
Now, had Cassidy seen this owl before?
You know, probably once real quickly.
But nothing that would, like, click on something like, oh yeah, this is the specific owl that I've seen floating around the caravan before.
I would have to say no.
Fair enough. She kind of raises an eyebrow. That's a neat trick. And
I have many.
yeah, I figured. And you listen in through them?
Mm-hmm. But
Alright.
at the cost of not being able to move or hear my own surroundings.
Cassidy
Completely
think-
vulnerable.
Cassidy thinks for a moment. You know, it might not be a bad idea for you and Arthrax to get yourself in position. Because somebody, if you're saying that you're not going to be able to, like, see or hear or anything around, you wouldn't see if somebody did come up to you. So you need somebody with you. You need, like, a lookout.
Eldrath holds up his hand. Say no more. And he's going to cast message to Arthrax.
He's like, just as he's going to sleep, finally silence.
Oh my god, that's great.
Suddenly, Eldrath's voice in his head.
That's great.
You're the worst.
Hello,
Yes, he is.
my friend.
No.
Say, Arthrax, can you hear me? Of course you can. Well, I need you again. please visit me over where I am, which is next to Cassidy. Yes, okay, bye.
He growls out to himself before getting up aggressively and getting out of his tent to find Cassidy and Eldrath.
Somehow, Arthurax slams a tent flap.
Yep. Sounds like it.
Just, Cassidy's like seeing angry Arthurax coming, and she's like rearing back a little bit. It's like, oh damn.
What do you want now?
Change of plans. I do need your help.
I'm about
This was
ready to
her
throw you.
This was her idea.
Well, and she gestures to the owl. This owl is apparently how he peeps on people. That came out weird.
He looks up at the owl.
So here's the thing. I can make either him invisible or the owl. And I figure having an invisible owl will make it real easy for him to eavesdrop. The problem is I can't make him invisible when that happens. So he's going to need somebody to be able to watch over him. And somebody who's quiet to be able to help you and or him to get in as close as he needs to be. Now, I wouldn't mind doing it, but... And she just basically, like, rattles around and all of her tools and, like, equipment rattle around with her. I ain't the quietest.
Pretty much you want me to help him get closer for his owl to peek on the others.
And watch over him for that hour, or however long he needs. But
Maybe.
we make the owl invisible, and almost guaranteed no one's gonna be able to notice it.
Fine.
All right.
Yay!
Yes.
With that, Cassidy is going to hold out the silver disc and tell Eldrath to have his owl pick it up in its talons.
Okay. Will he turn invisible right away, or?
Not until I turn it on, and you just I can turn it on now, and then you guys go get in position, and you have a little bit less than an hour to do what you need.
Right. Okay. Then
All right.
give Austin another disc.
And she will like reach up where the disc is and just basically trace like a little arcane rune underneath of it, and it's like a shimmering waterfall like up from where his foot is, where light's just basically bending around him like in almost a swirling column of nothing, and then he's gone. But he's there. He just had on one foot.
Well, let's go.
There you go. Now I got to get back to rounds. You all have a good night.
Oh, the best.
Night, Cassidy.
Night, Arthurax. Night, Eldrath. And she'll maintain concentration, but she'll just like still go on her rounds and leave the two to their deeds.
Cassidy's supposed to be the responsible one too. That's the that's the part.
I
that
am
gets me.
responsible. I'm on duty.
All right, let's go.
Eldrath influence is very powerful.
Hey, I made the offer to Arthurax a long time ago. So this wasn't too much of a dip.
Well, sneaking.
Yes, let's get this over with.
All right, both of you give me stealth rolls.
Normal?
Yep, normal stealth roll.
Not great.
All right. as you are quietly slinking away into the wooded cover and moving closer towards the cultist caravan. As you are moving forward, you can see several people milling about, doing the same as you were not too long ago, just having a few drinks and getting some food, chatting. Some are sharpening weapons. Towards the middle of the caravan, from your distance, let me go ahead and get a perception check from both of you. This would be visual.
Oof.
Nope.
Just a little bit hard to spot. You don't really see Anders looking back through the crowd.
Are
As
we
you,
within range, or we still need to get a little closer?
that's the thing. You don't know if you're within range for your owl to see him or not. You haven't spotted him.
How much closer do you need?
I just need to be close, but I'm not sure how or where. Be better if we had a reference point, like his cart or tent.
Will I recognize any of the carts, specifically that Anders comes in and out of?
Really, they all came from the same place, and they are all of the same make. Whether he's been sleeping in a tent or in one of the carts, you don't know.
Well, I can at least still try to hear and see things through Ostinato.
Look.
And Eldrath will kind of lay down. Yeah, just lay down. And he'll close his eyes and open them as Ostinato.
While he's doing that, Orthodox is going to pull out his dagger and just start flipping it in his hand like he's just standing there doing something.
All right. Accidentally drops it into Eldrath's neck. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh
no!
Rip.
Message
I
in
was,
my head.
I was just polishing my dagger when it went off 15 times.
Message in my head, will you?
He dropped in my knife. He dropped in my knife 10 times.
It's such a klutz.
Yeah, so invisible Ostinato will fly in close and try to land on... He'll try to land on one of, like, the wooden posts or whatever. Try to make as little noise as possible.
All right. Go ahead and roll a visual-based perception check with Ostinato's perception. You do have advantage.
Okie doke. Perception.
We believe in you.
Somebody has to, right?
I believe more in the owl than Eldra.
There you go.
Oh, dang.
Good job,
22.
Ostinato.
Much better.
So as Ostinato is flying in, floating down to perch on top of one of the wagons, looking about using its eyes, you can see in the distance, stepping out of one of the wagons, is Anders, as the half-elf walks towards a group of people and reaches down to grab a bottle of something, assumedly a bottle of alcohol, pick it up, and walk back to the wagon.
I'll have Ostinato stealthily land on the cart after he goes in.
All right. Let's have Ostinato roll stealth with advantage.
Natural 20 for Ostinato.
Roll 20. All right.
Yeah.
As just like a small gust of wind, as lands on top without a sound. and you can hear from inside a conversation in Draconic as Anders appears to be talking to someone and saying, I understand why you're here, but I need you to understand I'm still the one in charge of this mission. And that is why I'm upset with you right now. And that is why we are not going to be talking any further other than what we need to. As you hear the sound of Azbara Jas talking back, Anders, I think you misunderstand the dynamic of our relationship. The thing is that I was asked to be here because they don't trust that you have the capability to do this. I have proven myself at every turn, at every opportunity I have been able to do this. And the fact that we have a whole bunch of, I don't even know, messing with us right now, including possibly people who may have been involved with the whole event back in Greenest. You can't prove that. I know that I can't prove it, Joss, but I'm just saying, Bronwyn had a hunch. I know that he's an idiot, was an idiot. I don't know who killed him. It could have been that Olia guy. I don't know. But something happened, and that tells me that we're on to something here. Anders, must I remind you that this is the only important thing that we are doing here. We don't have to care about all of the other people here. If anything, we could just say that they got taken away, got attacked by spiders. We could just ride off without them. We don't even need them. As Anders slams a bottle onto a cart or onto a crate, he's like, this is why they asked me. Because I understand that what you just said was the dumbest fucking thing that you could possibly say. As this goes on back and forth for probably a few minutes, is there anything else you want Asinato to look at or listen in on?
Nah, just sitting there listening in on what Anders is doing.
All right. Arthrex, give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Thank you.
As you see, slowly walking towards the wooded line, a what looks like a human, kind of wobbling back and forth with each step. He's got a chainmail and a sword at his hip as he's walking forward. You can see a mug in one of his hands as he tilts his head back and takes another drink from it.
Oh, wow.
As he's moving towards your position in the woods, what do you do?
I keep an eye on him and give him a friendly salute.
Well, he hasn't spotted you yet. Do you stand up and salute him?
I will stand up and just give a friendly two-finger salute and go, "Good evening."
As he kind of squints and looks at you before kind of stumbling forward.
Boofa, is that you?
Sure, my friend. It seems you've been having some very good mead lately.
Roll deception at disadvantage.
World's best rogue, everyone. I love it.
I am never asking you to watch over me again.
Shut up. Shut up.
He's rolling
sorry.
inside at disadvantage, so don't worry.
I'm sorry. I so wish I could be there just to quick suggest, hey, pretend you're making out. And that would just
No. Would never do that with Eldrath. No.
It's just like, "Oh, why are you on me?"
I mean, Eldrath would never let him down for that. We'd constantly tease him about it.
As
Every time he tries to make a move on any other like bear folk or whatever, I'll be like, oh, I remember the night you kissed me.
Anyway.
I can just imagine the last time it was not a real kiss. Whatever it was disgusting.
I would like to point out that because of the way Find Familiar works and the way it's worded, only your vision and your hearing are moved.
Yep.
You can still feel.
Oh God.
So he would just feel
The
Spider-Man
tender
rolls on his
caress
face while he's
of,
listening to
the
Anders.
tender caress of Arthrax's mandibles as the spider kisses him.
Are you getting handsy with me?
Arthrax, you dog.
Shut up and just continue on.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry. But as the human just kind of leans to the side and then wavers slightly back, and he says, "Oh, if you could just keep an eye out while I drain the dragon and make sure nothing comes up to, bite me in the ass."
Sure thing.
As he wanders over and standing not too far from where Eldrath is laying down in the grass. As you hear the sound of him slowly taking the bottom part of his armor off and messing with his breeches. And I'm gonna roll a die for him here.
I'm crying right now. This is great. I love it.
So weird.
I guess, would this fall under dexterity or sleight of hand? I guess, I don't know.
I just like.
If this goes where I think it's gonna go, this would be great comeback.
I feel like this is sleight of hand, so.
Come here, you little devil. I'm crying right now. I miss this so
Oh
much.
my god.
This is so good to be back.
Well, that's 10. So that's I would say that's the bare minimum of success, as he barely misses Eldrath.
In his head, he's going, Drat, I was hoping for a direct shot.
As Eldrath, you pick up the smell of something quite foul and nasty.
Eldrath breaks the connection with Ostinato.
As you see a human standing not too far from you, with his head looking straight up into the sky as he moans, and the sound of dribbling as he finishes up his business.
Do my eyes lock with Arthrax's?
Keeping my head turned.
You
I
can
mean,
see
you
his
don't have
face.
many choices of things to look at the moment, just saying.
Hey,
One predominant thing.
Eldrath is just gonna mouth to Arthrax, I'm going to kill you.
He will mouth back, you first.
Now that his mouth's open, question mark.
No.
Watch out for the splash.
It could be. Look out, there's a bee. What?
As the human finishes up and reassesses himself and gets himself situated, as he nods to Arthrax and starts making his way back to the camp.
He waves.
Eldrath will stand up
I will
and
remember this.
Just remember.
just look Arthrax dead in the eye. You
Aye.
are the worst rogue I have ever met.
Oh, I take that as a compliment. Anyway, you got what you needed?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
I need both of you to roll me stealth checks again.
Okay.
That was worth it.
Oh my god. I think I need a cigarette and I don't smoke. That's just...
It's good
Yeah,
you got a
nice.
high roll, because I was going to shoot an
Jeez.
Eldritch Blast at you.
Remember, I have my dagger still out.
As you slowly make your way back, quietly, under the cover of the woods and shadows and within, and make your way back to the rest of the group. None worse for wear.
Yay.
Let's see, Olia and Jessica, give me a perception check at advantage.
Yeah.
Smell base.
Spell base.
Perception?
Might be super advantage at this rate.
Oh,
Oh no.
I was.
Aw.
As Olia just kind of sniffs the air and just somebody leave one of the livestock too close to the camp.
Who's marking their territory here?
It's like some sort of stank.
This is
Stench.
gross.
Smell that?
I do not approve.
Ugh. Jesus.
Not so much fun when the shoe's on the other foot, is it?
I mean, I know I deserve this, but still.
I gotta get one on you.
We all
Uh-huh.
gotta get one on them.
Smell like this.
Smells like
At least you
victory.
know how to get to me. Don't pee near me. That's gross.
He's not into that.
But you return. None worse for wear.
Yay.
What?
I went back to my tent.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's like about to.
Time to go night-night.
As you just noticed, Arthurax and Eldrath approaching, seemingly a bit upset with each other, and then splitting up without a word and going off to their respective tents. As Crick leans over to Jessica and gives her a little nudge. I think that was a lover's quarrel.
Out of game. Fuck you, Dana.
Jessica just absolutely cannot contain her laugh.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Oh. Thank you, Crick. That was practically cathartic.
I mean, you're welcome. I'm confused, but okay. As the evening progresses and everybody settles down for a nice night's rest.
I know to sleep.
Get my spell slot back.
And we're going to go ahead and take a break there.
Woo!
We'll
Good timing.
Ooh.
We'll call it
We need a pee break.
little bit of a pee break, as it turns out.
With actual aim this time.
Hey, fuck you.
Remember sleight of hand.
Alright.
I had to think about it. I just, if we're putting an objective question out there, would that be considered sleight of hand? I felt like it would.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
drunk enough. It would have been a problem.
And it was a
otherwise.
disadvantage because he was drunk.
Yeah.
Called sword fighting.
Uh,
I mean,
All right.
it could have
I
been
mean, when he
worse.
called it Drain the Dragon, I thought that was Bahamut's curse on you. You know, it was just that's what I thought. Anyway, break time.
Break time.
All right.
I'm never gonna forget this.
Uh-oh. The music stopped. The music stopped. Gonna have to DM the DM about that.
And I'm back.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back.
The music stopped. And welcome back.
Yes, I paused it.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yes, I can control it quite easily.
Not bad. I could.
I like this one a lot better.
Yeah, it's very smooth. I didn't know you switched.
I had to get rid of Fredboat. He wasn't doing his job.
Fred. Poor Fred. He really fought the good fight.
He tried.
He barely tried. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Fred was kind of a disappointment from the start.
You know when somebody at work, or you have a coworker that's like, you don't have to try your 100% all the time or whatever. And it's like, people tell that to you so you don't burn yourself out. He took that the opposite way and just 10% every day.
It's like, look, if you come in just at what the expectations are, nobody expects more from you.
Right. It wasn't the
And I'm back. Live.
Whoa.
So I don't normally drink alcohol during games.
But
Arthrax is about to make you start.
Holy this one requires a toast. So I actually have some orange drink. I can't say the name, I think, for brand thing, but it rhymes with funny bee.
hang on, let
And,
me go. Let me go make some toast, and we can have a toast.
Go make
Do you
some
have
toast,
two
yes, make
kinds?
some toast. The one I had there is like orange, but I've added some dark rum to it, and it's really good.
Sounds so good. I might want to do something.
I was not expecting stand up and wave. That was
Of all
I was
choices.
literally face palming. I was with both hands.
just
I love them.
I'm the rogue. I'm trying to be stealthy. I don't want to get caught. I want to remain undetected and subtle. I'm gonna stand up and greet the approaching cultist. Hello,
Howdy, neighbor.
comrade.
howdy neighbor, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey, I have a
I
method.
know.
I have a method. I never said it was a method that makes sense.
God, did you see the clip? I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but Prisma had during one of her D&D games, somebody showed a picture, I think, of a mind flayer, but it was done in the style of Flanders from The Simpsons, so a mind Flanders.
hmm
Yeah.
And it's like, hi diddly do, neighborino. Let me get some of them brainly at least. And I died. I couldn't
I
breathe.
need to see
It's
this.
amazing.
Oh Lord, it was so funny.
I think at this point, Arthrex and Eldrath are like two conflicting chaotic storms.
Best way of
That-
putting
The
it.
problem is they're not like two actual storms that neutralize each other. They just come together and make things even worse.
Yep.
Pretty much.
It's kind of like
I love it.
It's like nitro and glycerin. Put them together. Hey, you have a party.
It's like Godzilla fighting King Kong. It's not really about who wins, it's about who loses, and the people who lose are everybody who's
Everybody.
in the
Not
area
everyone else.
Godzilla or
as
King
everything
Kong.
is destroyed.
The loser is everyone else.
Literally
Wow.
the tagline of Aliens versus Predator. Whoever wins, we lose.
Yep.
Whee!
Somebody made a I think it was supposed to be like their student thesis film or something.
Mhm.
But they made a small short movie for Batman. It was I think it was called Batman No Way Out, and it was Batman versus Predator essentially,
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
which I think is technically canon, but it wasn't Batman. I believe it was Superman.
Hmm.
Because this was ages ago. This was like way back in the 90s, you know, when comics were really crazy.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Also,
Yeah.
be right back. Time to swap the headphone batteries.
Aha. I need new
Never thought you'd say
headphones.
I need new earbuds.
My
Our
headphones.
forefathers killed each other just for us to say those words.
The
Ah.
I think the craziest part though is that this guy put so much effort into like costume design and everything like that, and he had by far the best shot I've ever seen of Batman. It's that moment like where he's just landed on the ground and you know his cape's all splayed out and
Yeah.
everything,
Mm-hmm.
and with the lighting was just perfect, the way the cape was shaped was perfect. He slowly stood up and it looked like he was growing out of the shadows from the ground. It was such a good shot.
Oh,
Looks
that's
like
so
something
awesome.
out of the animated series.
Yeah, I
was
was
like,
just thinking
"That's
animated series
amazing."
version.
And all I could
That's
think was like,
practiced.
I hope this guy got a job because that is great. And he did this with like 10 grand and his student thesis, basically.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude.
I'm assuming a film student.
Yeah, I think so. It was I don't know if it's still on YouTube. It might have been taken down for copyright, but I think it was called Batman No Way Out, but it's like an 8-minute like short movie, and I would highly recommend anybody to go watch it because it's pretty cool.
Nice.
I don't know why that
Sounds
just
cool.
Also, Batman fighting a predator, like how cool is that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
yeah.
true.
I mean, it does remind me, though, on the opposite end of that, the Joker student movies are the ones that are just the amateur-made Joker movies. Like, there's one where,
Oh.
like, the guy has the infamous line, "I'm the Joker, baby!"
Oh my lord.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm scared.
Tell me,
I think-
tell me you don't understand the source material without telling me you don't understand the source material. I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with that movie only because of the fact that the director basically said that they were making a real movie under the premise of it being a comic book movie because he didn't see it as a comic book movie. Like he was like to him, comic book movies are a lower form of art. So
Yeah, okay.
he was
Alright.
shitting on
Mm,
comic book
Wow.
movies like from the get-go.
yeah.
So which was kind of annoying because I was like, first of all, comic book movies are just the action movies of today.
Yep.
Of course, they are filled with just your average fare of explosions and fights and what have you.
Action schlock.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's like
Mhm.
your movie's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not an art house movie.
Yeah.
So don't be sniffing your own farts here, buddy.
Mhm.
So
Don't be California.
it was a
Don't-
very like, and that's what kind of made me upset because it was like, he did make this really interesting movie, but it's just the premise of it all was just basically him shitting on comic book fans while also exploiting them. So I don't know. I didn't like that.
Mhm.
I was like, fuck these guys, but let's make them watch our movie.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's not very nice.
that's how some people be in the Hollywoods.
Yes.
People be assholes.
Yeah.
It does feel like the
almost-
Illumination vibe. It's just like, we pander, but it's also dumb.
Except who is Illumination pandering to? 4-year-olds.
They think they're stupid.
They know they're stupid. Like,
But they also
I-
kind of pander to being enough that so that's like the parents could just sit there and be like, yeah, this is.
Jokes on them. Blue Beetle is being shot currently at the moment, and I saw pictures of the costume. Oh my god. He looks like he's stepped out of the comic book. He looks amazing.
Ooh, shit.
Oh.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that, and I really hope they do it justice. Because this is the thing, is that Warner Brothers has traditionally never known what to do with their comic book material. Like, they've owned Batman and Superman DC Comics for, I think, decades now, and they just haven't really done anything with it. Like, every now and then they throw a movie out there, but it's always like an interpretation movie. It's Christopher Nolan presents Batman. But then all of a sudden Disney buys up Marvel and then pumps out all of these Avengers movies and stuff, and they
"Oh,
realize,
shit, we need a cinematic universe.
holy crap, we're behind everybody. We got to get on this.
We
And
need
they-
more toys.
They just did. Everybody always does. They just tried to shove too much into one damn story. It's like, in this one movie, we have to learn who Aquaman is. We have to learn who Cyborg is. We have to learn who the Flash is. We have to learn
Okay.
all of these. And it's like, wow, geez.
Anyone our age already knows who Cyborg is. He's one of the Teen Titans. Like,
Yeah.
that's all you need to know.
Yeah, but then they screwed him over.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they did.
Poor guy.
Unfortunately.
All because
In
he
the
spoke
movie?
out. Yeah. The actor, he
Oh.
spoke out against some, let's just call them ignorant statements. And he didn't take back his criticisms. So they cut him from the Flash movie.
Okay, so we're talking the live action actor of
Yes.
Okay.
And then
There's only one Cyborg to me, and it's the guy that voiced him for Teen Titans.
Mhm.
That's
Carrie,
what I got in my mind.
The cartoon
Kari
one.
Wilson.
Yeah.
I think, what is his name?
Kari Payton.
Payton. That's it. Kari Payton.
Yeah.
He
I love
He-
him.
He's funny. I love him. He's been on Critical Role actually a couple of times.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he
so
plays
cool.
D&D, so
Nice.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
hold up. He's also the voice of Rafiki?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Boing.
from the movies or from the show,
I'm
maybe?
looking now.
Probably the show.
Think from the show, yeah.
Okay.
From like the Lion Guard or something.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, the Lion Guard, because it was Robert Guillaume in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct.
All right. Well,
Okay.
are we ready to get back into it?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
Kill the chill vibes and let's start the fantasy vibes. Ah, yes. So, next morning, as it's a overcast day, a little bit of sprinkling of rain, but nothing too severe, as you all gather yourselves up and start packing up and getting everything together. You do note that Eldrath and Arthrex seem to be avoiding each other a little bit. Not really chatting with each other at all. Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
But as you head out towards Waterdeep, everybody is very excited because they have started seeing the signs for Waterdeep, noting that it is probably going to be there by tomorrow.
Whoa.
Woo!
We can make it.
Damn time.
You were able to make some good time in a couple of spots. You were able to get past some of the more rough terrain with more ease than others have, so managed to shave a few days off of your travel.
Suits me just fine.
So where is everybody located in the caravan today?
I'm talking with Burgeon with his caravan.
I think Eldrath's going to hang out with Hopeful, because probably not going to see him after this.
Well, he's in the same banana, obviously, unless they're hanging out somewhere else.
Just Hope has been just sitting in the back of Bade's wagon and happy to see Eldrath. Happy to jam with him as they both pull out their instruments and start playing up a nice little tune.
Something I never asked, how long is the caravan? Like, how much distance does it? Not counting the jerks in the back. How long is our caravan?
Like how many, like wagons or?
Yeah, like from the beginning of the first wagon to the end of the last wagon, how much distance is there?
Oh, I'd say probably about 200 to 300 feet at the most. Sometimes people fall
Okay.
behind. There's a little bit more gap in between.
All right.
We have 9 wagons.
6
not
wagons.
including, 6 not
and-
including cult.
Yeah, 6 wagons plus 3 carts as well.
Okay. Cassidy is going to not be at the front, kind of at the first third of the caravan. Not in the middle per se, but like in the first third, because she wants to be able to cover the first 2/3 of it should something go on, and we hopefully have enough people in the back to be able to handle anything back there.
All right. How about everybody else?
I'm sticking with Fern and Crick. My
All
new
right.
best friends.
Yeah,
Watch for halflings.
just still hang
Yeah.
hang-
No, it's Jess is on edge after yesterday.
Can we get like a yellow road sign that says "Watch for falling halflings"? And
Just a
Put it
little
on the
image of
wagon.
like a halfling outline as it falls from the sky.
yeah, just like, with action lines coming down.
Yeah.
What's a road sign?
That is-
No, road signs are fairly common. Most of them are hand painted, though. That's the thing. Is there's not really a standard for them.
Yeah.
But occasionally you do see just a road sign that just lets you know, like, watch out, rocks forward or something. They know what they're doing up at the front as they guide everybody along. The rest of the day actually goes pretty boringly. Not a lot happening. You're moving into smoother terrain now, going into the flatter area of the Mare of Dead Men, and soon Waterdeep will be popping up over the horizon. As you start getting closer to evening, the two Drow brothers, Nuhar and Selvek, walk over to Cassidy as everybody pulls in and parks in the camp. So, hi there, Cassidy. I've got a question for you.
You're gonna have to forget out of character. You're gonna have to forgive me. I don't recognize these names.
These are two new companions that have joined the caravan. They've been keeping to themselves, but they're two drow. One of them is mute and a bit of a woodcarver, as his brother is collecting all of the wood carvings, and they plan to sell them at the next stop in Waterdeep.
Do we have a handout for them at all?
I think we have something for them. Hold on.
Just so I can put a face to the name.
That's Selvek.
Ah.
And then his brother, Nuhar.
Okay.
Yep, decent guys.
Okay.
Drow definitely have a certain reputation, being seen as the dark elves, but they haven't really made any big waves or anything like that. They mostly kept to themselves.
There are worse examples of elven heritage in this immediate area. Let me just say that. Not naming any names. Anyway, so Cassie will look just a little bit surprised, because this is the first time that I think she's heard or hadn't seen them approach anyone at this point. Nuhar?
Yeah. I understand you got a couple of hands in tinkering and whatnot.
She looks like she's trying to parse out the accent. She's like, in her mind, she's like, oh, yeah, tinkering. Oh, do I tinker? Yeah. What can I do you for?
Well, you see, my brother, Selvek over here, he doesn't talk much. He's mute, you understand. But he's got me to do his talking for him, That's how it goes. But he's a bit of a carver here, and he's got these pieces right here. And we were just looking at making some kind of posable, like horses and such, and just wanted to see if you maybe you'd like to take a look at them. Just look them over. Just maybe give them your good craft eye.
As this is the first time that she has basically interacted with them, kind of a default rabbit folk thing, she's gonna, if she can, she'd like to make an insight check.
Sure, go ahead.
15.
Seems pretty genuine. Maybe a little bit too gregarious for your liking, but he doesn't seem to have any ill will towards you.
All right, let's see what you got here. And these are all wood carved figurines, correct?
Yes. However, what he hands you is looks mostly like a horse, very well carved, in fact, but the joints of the legs and the shoulders and the hips are all these very crude, mechanical gears and such.
Now, you all carved this? Because I'm seeing some mechanics in here.
Well, that's the thing. Selvik, he's trying his hand at trying a few other things, and we thought that maybe this would be a good way to help him break into the market a little bit.
Her ears immediately perk up. It's like, I want to say I'm kind of impressed. Did he have any kind of formal training or anything?
No, all learned by himself. Well, we pick up a couple of pieces here and there, and we take them apart and all that. But he's pretty smart. He seems to know what he's doing.
She just like slowly looks over at Selvik with an amazed look there, and like, this is damn good for not being trained.
As Selvik puts a hand over his heart and just bows to you slightly.
There's a little bit of refinement. Your gear ratios might be needing some tweaking. I can definitely see some pistons that could use some lubrication right about there. And at this point, she's like, well, come on here. And she's gonna basically take Hopalong, and something she just kind of has for him is that something he has like panels where she can store some stuff, but she baids him to get on his side so the panel rises up and becomes like this small work area. Just not very big. It's like maybe like 2 or 3 feet, but enough for her at her size to be able to sit down. And she like motions Selvik over, and she gets out her tinker's tools. Now I ain't a carver, so I don't know how you got the piston to get into that joint section and have such freedom of movement, but I mean, you can see on Hopalong, it's about the same kind of scenario. So again, top-notch work, man. Top-notch work. Let's make it even better. So assuming that this is not interfering with her duties, she is happily going to spend like hours with him, just like working on it, making sure like there's motions to it, being able to have like intricate poses, even the guy at the very end, just like a little bit of a gift, she will do a magic tinkering infusion to give it like a neighing sound when it's reared up on its back legs with its forelegs out.
As Selvik watches you closely as you work, and then sees the neighing sound and just kind of smiles and claps his hands as he watches it happen.
Now, this ain't gonna last long, admittedly. Probably when I go away, it goes away too. But just a little note of appreciation for craftsmanship.
As he, before he takes the piece back, he moves his hands around in a couple of signs. As Nuha says, "Oh well, he's saying thank you. That's quite nice of you." See, Selvik, I told you didn't have to listen to that gnome. She doesn't know what she's talking about. This is top quality stuff. I don't care if she's a representative of the Lord's Alliance, and she doesn't know what she's talking about.
What? Wait a minute. What gnome is that?
You know that gnome lady. What's his name? She goes by what's it? Gloom Silver. Gloom Gold? No, Gleam Silver. That's it. Yeah. She's nice. She came over and took a look at it and said she wants to take a look at, just see if maybe something that maybe she one of her lords might be interested in, and looked it over. Just said that some decent work, but the shardiness of the gears and stuff, and I thought that was a bit rude. And Selvik, he's a sensitive guy, so I just didn't think that she really needed to say that. She flashing her little Lord's Alliance badge and whatnot, telling me to reconsider my pricing. Who's she to tell me what my pricing should be? That's my decision.
Oh, you tried to sell this to her?
Well, I mean, she was interested, and I said we could make an offer.
Yeah, I guess when you get into elements of business, people start getting a little bit more critical.
Well, I'm used to people messing with us because we drow and everything, but not a lot of people really like us coming from the Underdark. But, we're just trying to make a good living. I don't need the Lord's Alliance giving me a whole bunch of shit right now.
Well, my opinion is to hell with the Alliance. You do what you feel you need to do. You want to express yourself, you go ahead and damned well do it.
As Nuhar just kind of slaps Selvik on the shoulder. See, I told you, you just need a little bit of confidence.
Paul used to make little metal toys. They didn't have, like the wood craftsmanship. didn't have any of that. All of his were metal, but made some kids real happy. So kind of brings me back to that. It's good. It's good.
Wait, thank you for your keen eye and taking a look at it. We're going to go work on a few things and see if maybe we can make a better version.
You let me know. I'd love to see what you come up with.
Hey, I think you'll be the first we show. I don't think we're going to be showing it to that gnome ever again. That's for certain.
All right. You guys take care of yourselves.
As he wraps an arm around Selvek and just kind of pats him on his chest, he's like, "See, brother, I told you. We just have to try a little bit harder, and we'll make it a little bit better this time. I know you can do it." As they start walking back towards their cart.
She just watches them go and has Hopalong stand back up. The panels reset into place, and she looks at Hopalong, looks at his shoulder. Come on, boy, I got a hankering to work on you. And she goes back to her tent, and for the rest of the night, you can just basically hear her tinker tools going. As Selvek and Nuhar have basically inspired her to just keep working on and improving Hopalong tonight.
Right. Well, as you are doing that, let me go ahead and get an intelligence check, just straight intelligence.
Oh, this isn't going to be like Tinker's Tools?
Not for this particular role.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what I do. Boo! It's an average roll.
As you start working, you're just thinking about that interaction and think it's kind of weird that Jamna even put herself forward like that. It seemed like a strange thing to do, considering what her mission is. But maybe she's just friendly like that. Not much you can do about it. She's certainly a force of nature.
There's a bit in the back of Cassidy's mind that crosses her consciousness for a brief moment. And it's basically, damn gnomes. And she just closes her eyes and shakes her head. God's damn you, Bronze Spark. Ruin it for everyone. And with that, she'll pour herself back into her work.
All right. Anybody else? Anything they'd like to handle for the evening?
Nope.
I'm just vibing with the hopeful music.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. As everybody lays down to get some rest, and the night passes peacefully. All right. The next day, everybody wakes up excited, jumping out of their tents, gathering everything up. They know that Waterdeep is probably today. They might get there by mid-afternoon, maybe towards the evening, but it's going to be a hopefully a quick day. There's also a certain, I guess one could say a morose nature, as several people will probably be splitting up at Waterdeep and probably won't see each other for quite some time. Definitely a few people kind of taking the information a little bit worse than others.
Oh no.
Oh. I wonder who.
Cassidy would like to take some time in the morning and find Jesse. Hey, Jesse.
Yeah.
And she's gonna look around. Walk and talk with me.
Okay, yeah.
And by walk, I mean she's riding hop along as she usually does. She early packer.
Mhm.
And once out of earshot, she's gonna lean in. We're now within spitting distance of Waterdeep. You guys all got a game plan going?
I don't know. I mean, so far our whole plan has just been, reconnaissance and spying and trying to intercept what these guys are doing, but we still don't know what they're doing next. We still don't know, other than something is gonna happen here in Waterdeep. That's the next step of their plan. We don't really know.
You think we ought to gather everyone together, see if we can, because I don't think we're gonna have time to come up with something really on the spot when everyone splits off.
It would probably be for the best. Yeah.
All right. How much time do I see that we might have before we move off, given that everybody's like jumping up and down saying, let's go, let's go?
Well, it's still going to take time to get everything packed up and stowed away, so you probably have about half an hour.
All right. Why don't you grab who you can, and we'll meet at my tent. I'll grab who I can.
All right.
All right.
As you go and round up the rest of the party, and everybody meets up at Cassidy's tent.
All right. Jesse tells me that. First off, hop along's sentry mode outside. Kind of also like walking around the tent, making sure no one is like listening at like the end of the fabric or anything like that. I asked Jesse what you guys' plans were once we got to Waterdeep, and she says no. We're real close now, so I figure since I'm casting in with y'all, I want to know if you guys had any plans. I wanted to know about them so I could assist you, and if not, best come up with something.
Pretty much an idea would be to just keep an eye on the cultists, figuring out what they're doing, where they're going, who they're meeting with.
All right. Are we looking to track someone specific, or like are we following the hammer, or?
I would say mainly the hammer. It's still odd that they would have that type of cargo in there. And if it is the hammer that we are looking for, it's best to keep our eyes on it as much as possible.
Eldrath?
Sorry, I'm looking up a name. Okay.
Oh.
Um,
Thought I heard you say something.
well, yes. I was trying. Okay.
Sorry.
So, I believe we were trying to track the black-scaled half-dragon. Her name escapes me. Is it Resmir?
Dana, does that name sound familiar to me at all?
They may have mentioned it in passing once or twice, but it's not really a name that you recognize.
I think you may have mentioned it, but nothing's coming to mind.
I can tell you more about that one later. I can tell you now about what happened at the cultists' camp last night.
All right.
Leaving out a few specific details. Eyeballs.
Arthrak grins.
And then Eldrath will kind of go into what he heard through Ostinato.
So they're kind of at each other's throats.
Mm-hmm. Question really is how many people are on Anders' side and how many people are on the other's side.
I don't know if that's something we could drive like a wedge in between or nothing. Tracking that hammer sounds like an idea. Was there anybody that you all needed to meet in Waterdeep?
Was there?
I don't know, you guys?
Well, you do have the emblem from the Harpers.
Mhm.
So you could try
Yeah.
to track them down, but you don't really know where to start with them.
Right.
There's also the hidden temple of Bahamut,
Right.
which
right.
also you don't know where it is.
It's true.
Thus the name Hidden, I'd say.
Literally all our ties were with Zir.
Well, and this is just shot in the dark. Maybe them harp fellows might be able to assist. They seem pretty good at skulking around and finding secrets.
And they might like to learn what we've learned here on our trip.
So, are y'all thinking we should talk to Gemna about it, or have her arrange for us to meet somebody, or I don't know how them fellas work. Always hiding and skulking around kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, there's.
Are you talking about the Harpers or the Gnomes?
At that, she kind of blushes a little bit. The Harpers.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm sure Jen is good at her job of not being noticed when she wants to be. It's just,
When she wants to be.
yeah. I mean, it'd be damn fool thing for, someone who wants to be hidden to just stand up and said, "How you doing?" That'd be.
Well.
There's so much shade going on out here.
Don't gotta worry about the sun today.
Granted, no one has told Cassidy that's what happened, so.
That's meta shade. That's even
That's
worse.
meta shade. Well, maybe maybe before we reach then that we should bring in Gemna. I mean, this is your guys' shindig here. I'm really here to assist, but I figure having a game plan, having someone to be able to have a network already there might not be a bad plan.
Have we ever really had a plan? He's just talking to the older members of our little group. Like, we've really just winged it this whole time, haven't we?
I don't remember a plan.
I'm saying nothing.
Stares at Jessica.
What are you looking at me for?
I'm asking.
We've had pieces of a plan.
I'm both impressed that you guys got this far and scared out of my wits about that.
You'll
Yeah,
get used to it.
We almost got caught so many times. Well,
Like
Yeah.
last night.
yeah.
You almost got caught last night? Well,
Yes, our rogue here isn't a very good lookout.
I improvised.
I,
Yes,
well, I don't.
that's one word for it.
All right, that notwithstanding, is this something we want to tell Jim now, before we get to Waterdeep, or is that something we're gonna talk to them when we get there? Because I'm figuring when we get to Waterdeep, the cultists are gonna like go off like roaches,
Hmm.
and don't think we're gonna be able to meet with the heart people and follow them.
Yes, I don't believe splitting up in a city like this, because I don't know about all of you, but I've never been here. Wait, Jessica, you lived in Waterdeep, yes?
I'm actually out of character. I'm actually trying to remember. Is this my hometown, or is it just where my dad works and I live in like a town nearby or something?
Oh no, born and raised.
Okay. Yeah, Waterdeep's my home.
Well, that settles it. You're our tour guide. Now
What? No,
we
no,
need to
no.
know what
It's
No.
amazing
to
tour.
find. Yes.
Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
No. No.
I would
Where
love
should we
to
go
see
come
your
to the
home.
Edwards Bar. Oh man, I bet there's some great bars.
I think that might could wait until after the business at hand.
Oh,
After
right.
trying to stop the end of the world.
I mean,
Mhm.
Is your
And
dad
lo-
as fuzzy as you?
Oh, sorry, what?
What?
The
All right.
last thing I want right now is to get my family involved. They've already had to deal with the cultist once.
all right. So I'm going. Oh, go ahead.
I really don't want to put their lives at risk again.
All the more reason to find a group that deals with like hiding, skulking around, and finding out things.
I think you're right.
Does anyone
think-
object to me going and fetching Yemna, bringing her in, and letting her know?
I don't care.
Sounds good to me. What's the worst that can happen?
We can all die.
Isn't that always
I
the case?
I'd say that's the worst.
That is pretty much objectively the worst thing that could happen. Yes.
Thanks, God.
Even God agrees with me.
As a little star in the distance blinks and sparkles.
Arthrax, Jesse, your thoughts?
I say go for it.
Jesse?
Yes.
What? No, I thought I had already
Oh,
agreed.
I apologize.
To be the tour guide, yes.
No, shut your.
I'm gonna
fucking
go
face,
get her.
Eldrath.
You guys handle that. I'm gonna go get her.
What's your favorite?
You
place
should
there?
know where every good bar is, right?
What's your favorite? bar in the
Cassidy
town?
goes out, gets on Hop Along, and goes to find Jenna.
She's packing away her tent and starting to throw her bag into the wagon that she's been traveling in.
Meanwhile, as Cassidy is walking away, she could just hear, Eldrath, I never really had a reason to drink until now. So no, I don't.
You're
I'm a
a
big-
bad tour guide.
If it makes you feel any better, I can tell you what happened last night.
Moving
You
on.
do, and I will
Cassidy
cut
is
this off the order.
absent at this.
Yeah, moving on. As
Um,
you see Jamna putting her stuff into the wagon.
Jenny, got a few minutes?
I always got some time for some friends. What's going on?
Beckons her to follow.
Oh, okay. As she walks over.
Again, puts Hop Along in sentry mode, leads Jemna inside with the rest of the group.
As you open up the tent flap for her, and she curiously looks at you before walking in, seeing everybody just kind of crammed into the small space. This is not what I was expecting, but good morning.
Morning. We all decided that you needed to be brought in as full as possible because we may need your help.
She narrows her eyes just ever so slightly. That depends on what you're asking for.
She will look to the more senior members, which is everybody else. As much as you feel comfortable with, now's the time.
But it all started when I was young. I needed to
All right,
God.
we're going to fast forward on that. God damn it, Eldrath. You're such an asshole sometimes.
I know.
Sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Look, I didn't mean to get in the middle of a domestic dispute here. This is
No.
sounds like something between your little polycule here, so I don't know if that's
No,
any of
no,
my business.
no. It's just Eldrath being Eldrath.
Oh,
Go ahead. We don't got much time, so
We
Let's
want
keep the
you
shenanigans
to get in contact with the Harpies.
Harper's.
Harpers.
I
So-
mean that's a big ask. I don't know what's the purpose here.
Purpose is they
you
may
know
be
those
able to.
guys at the back of the caravan?
Right, I've been keeping an eye on him.
So have we. We were tasked with figuring out where they're going, what they're doing, where they're going once they reach Waterdeep, because they have plans, and we are trying to stop those plans.
And you want to get a meeting with some people in the Hoppers to see if they can help.
Yes.
Admittedly, I don't know too much about your organization. It's probably the way you like it. But-
You know, I'll tell you, the Hoppers, they're not really what you call interconnected. They definitely have their ways of doing things. Not really what you would call, you don't like have a clubhouse or nothing. And she looks almost a little nervous as she's considering this. I suppose I could probably, well, she stops and ponders.
I'm figuring that you guys might be needing like extra eyes out as well. And I wouldn't personally ask anyone to do a favor without there being a favor given in return. The way I figure it, you guys have more of a foothold in knowing what's going on, where these cultists would be going, than anyone else. And to be able to have a good relationship with the Harpers means they could use us, we could use them, and maybe together we could make an impact on this.
Can Eldrath do an insight check
On Jamna?
on Jamna? Trying to see if she's kind of doing that telltale signs of lying. When she says that, she can find or maybe
She could
lead us
try
to.
arrange a thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll insight.
Ooh,
Dirty 20.
nice roll.
Eldrath. You meet your eyes with Jamna's, and this moment that you connect with them, she blinks. And in that moment, you see the mask slip ever so slightly. She has no idea how to contact the Harpers.
You know, it would be really cool if you actually knew how to do things like that.
I don't know what you're insinuating.
You can't actually find the Harpers, can you? You have no connection to them. Hell, I even say that you aren't even part of whatever you're part of.
Cassie's like looking to Eldrath and back to Gemna. What?
She's just pursing her lips as she looks at Eldrath.
Be careful on your next move.
I always consider all my moves before I make any.
Mm-hmm.
And, Cassidy,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll intelligence for me. Just a straight intelligence roll.
If Gemna even moves
God damn.
a finger, Eldrath is going to have a... Well, he's going to threaten her with his hand up and preparing an Eldritch Blast, but not going to release an Eldritch Blast.
Cassidy, as you're watching this interaction, it comes to mind that you spoke with Nuhar and Selvik yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And while they were talking with you, they said that they were having they had a conversation with the gnome in the back, who you assumed to be Jamna, and they did confirm that it was Jamna. While you were distracted by the tinkering and the little works of Selvek, you glazed over the fact that Nuhar said that Jamna was with the Lord's Alliance.
Lord's Alliance. And as soon with that low roll, I'm going to say that she basically blurts that out as she realizes it. Lords of Alliance.
Shit.
Don't move. Now his hand is up.
Okay. As she lifts up her hands, now I don't think...
Shut up. I don't want to hear it right now. Arthrex, can we tie her up, please?
No, hold on. I just want to tell you all that if you tie me up, they're going to start asking questions out there, and I'm sure you don't want to have people asking questions, right?
And we can say pretty much whatever we want. It's
Sure,
all
and I
about
can say
you.
Well, I can say whatever I want too. Like I can tell them that the Darkfang family's been working with the Call to the Dragon.
Has it really?
We already know that.
Yeah, you guys know that. They don't. I'm sure that the guards would like to hear that when we get to Waterdeep.
He looks over at Jesse. This one's your call.
Jessica is just like trying to hold back a snarl.
See, the thing is, I didn't know that they had a son, though. I thought they had a daughter. So that's news to me. But guess my info was not very good. But yeah, the thing is that if you turn me in, I get to turn all of you in. As she points to all of you, and I know for a fact that you all aren't saying who you are.
What did I do?
She looks at Olia and just points a finger at it, and then... Actually, no, I don't think I have anything on you.
Nice.
All right, you're clean, but don't worry. These others got that made up for you.
If you really know who we are, then who's to say that you're actually going to make it to Waterdeep?
Hey, now, hold on. Let's not be too rash here. I'm just saying.
To you.
We all
lied
have...
to us.
I omitted some truths, yes. I may have misled a few people.
A few people. Cassie is just like, her ears are twitching, and she's got her hand near her pistol.
Now, that's not necessary. You don't need to do that.
You don't Well, tell me what I need to do.
Oh.
I confided in you.
Oh, she hates gnomes, so yeah.
That's something you need to work on. Prejudice is a hard thing to overcome, and I know that I'm not
Cassidy
really doing
is
the
not
best.
even paying attention to her. She's like turning to Eldrath. Keep her here. And she
yeah.
leaves. She is going to hop along, getting him along with him, and she is riding him over to Gemna's bag.
Look, as she's watches you move out, and she just turns back to the others. Look, this is getting out of hand here. Like we all, like I said, we may not be working for the same people, but we're on the same side here. I'm just trying to find out what them guys is doing.
Is there
I
any
just-
other way we can shut her up? Because she's just talking out the ass here.
Come on, just because it's not with the hoppers doesn't mean that it's anything bad.
I don't know. Last time we had any interaction with the Lord's Alliance didn't go very well, did it?
I'm not with the Lord's Alliance either. As she opens her the top of her coat and shows you the badge that she had. It's like, see, it's just an illusion. As she snaps her fingers and it changes to the Lord's Alliance emblem. Snaps it again, it changes to the Harper's emblem. And see, it's just a little thing that I do to just it's a little sleight of hand, no problem, right? Just
Speaking of sleight of hand, Eldrath is going to try to take it.
Okay. I don't know if you can really finesse it at this point because she's looking at you. So I would say sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
I've done crazier.
As you reach towards her jacket, she pulls back and just like, no, 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 no. Look, it's nothing. It's not real. It's just an illusion. It's, as she snaps her fingers again and it appears in her palm. It's not real. Okay?
May I see it? And
It's literally not real. As she snaps her hand again and it disappears. It's just an illusion.
Arthrak leans in Eldrath and whispers, "You can't just shove her into the bag of holding. She'll only have 10 minutes of breath."
Hey, now this is getting out of hand again.
I'm starting to like you again, Arthrax.
let's not do that yet.
Look, I have
Yes.
learned some things while we have been traveling along. Thanks to your help, and that information is going to get back to my group, and they're going to be able to
Who
use
is
that
your
against-
group? And tell the truth.
I don't know if I should be divulging that.
Really? You either tell us or we were good. I don't know. I can't say. I know what I would want to do to you right now, but my friends.
We don't do anything until Cassidy gets back, except
Yeah.
keep asking questions.
As Cassidy, you approach that cart, that wagon as it's being filled up, and Green Imza just kind of looks over at you. It's like, "Oh, hey, Miss Rose, what's going on?"
Howdy. I need to get Jenna's bag here.
Oh, yeah, this is her stuff right here.
All right. I'll bring it back soon. And she goes ahead and puts it on, hop along its back, and without even a word, nothing more, she's just taking. So what did she have? She had her pack, her tent, and everything like that.
Yep, large bag that had a
Okay.
tent attached to it as well as a bedroll.
Okay. She's basically taking everything of Gemna's and loading up Hop along with it and taking him back to her tent. And she's just kind of looking around to see how much time we might have, because this is going to get...
Maybe
Messy.
about 10, 15 minutes at the most.
All right.
People have already pretty much, your tent is one of the last to be
Right.
up at the moment.
It is going to be the last to be up. So she is... once she gets in there, she will basically take the bag, Again, tell Hoppy to keep people out of the tent if possible, and peacefully, no attacking. And she's gonna lug in Jenna's stuff.
Hey, that's my stuff. You can't be looking through my stuff like that.
She's not even listening to him.
I got rights,
Listen
you
to
know.
Athrax, can you punch her just like once?
Hey, now that's
No,
not
no.
necessary.
She is going
he
to.
opens his palm and like lifts it up and down, thinking about the smack from before.
Then, Gemna, dear, if you keep opening your mouth when we are not asking you a question, Athrax will punch you, and he's a very good puncher.
While they're doing all that, Cassidy is like going through her bag with a fine-tooth comb.
All right. As you are you just dumping it out onto the ground?
Yeah.
All right. So as you do, coming out a couple of the extra set of clothes, mess kit, and a couple of other usual camping gear kind of things. But then also popping out are these two collapsible poles that have little platforms on them, little small ones, just only maybe an inch or two long. And tumbling out towards the end is a short sword.
Hmm.
She quickly casts Detect Magic.
None of the items have any magic to them. However, you do note that her ring does appear to have some magic to it.
What's that
Hold
ring?
You do sense illusion magic coming off of it. The ring, it's a gift from a friend for my protection.
Hand it over. I need to look at it.
I don't really feel comfortable handing this over to you in this.
Right now, woman, I don't give a damn fart what you think is comfortable. You freaking lied to us all. Hand over the ring.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Damn.
All right.
I was gonna say Athrax puncher.
It's going to be
but
3
that worked
and
too.
5. Watch.
Oh no!
Oh damn.
I love D&D because it hates me so much. Okay.
It's beginning to look a lot like crit miss.
Hey, Dana. Dana.
Yes.
In the midst of the intimidation, can Arthrax attempt a sleight of hand?
I'm gonna say that's not gonna cut it, unfortunately.
No.
So if you want to do a sleight of hand, it would be a disadvantage.
I'll save it.
Do you need help there?
Wow.
Only me. 1 out
Hold
of
on a
400.
second.
She does not seem really frightened of you.
Yeah. No, I get that a lot.
Cautious perhaps, but
He will turn to her and go, "Listen, either you just do as the bunny says, or we can't promise that there won't be some holes going through that head of yours."
listen, that's I don't want that to happen. but
Then
you're gonna
give
have a
us the
lot of-
ring.
You're gonna have a lot of explaining to do if suddenly one of the people just disappears from the caravan.
Then give us the ring.
I mean, we could always turn you over to the cult.
Olia, Arthrax, hold her hand steady.
On it.
No. You
Yep.
just stay right there. I will take the ring off. Look, I am taking the ring off right
He holds
now
his hand out,
as she hands it over.
and he'll
Okay.
turn it around and hand it to Cassidy.
I'm going. We don't
Okay.
have much time.
Eldrath is
And-
not taking his eyes off of Gemma.
Casting Identify. It's going to have to take a minute, but she's not wasting a time with a ritual.
Meanwhile, Jessica noticed the sword. What kind of weapon did they say killed that one cultist?
It was a short sword.
Wait.
And
Whoa.
Jessica just kind of lifts it up, a short sword like this.
Oh,
He arches a burrow.
you have to wait, I think, until Cassie's done with her spell on that. But as soon as she's done with that, she will look at it.
Oh
and
no,
see if she can
it's
recall.
not. It's like there.
But that's
If I
yeah,
remember
no.
correctly, there were not any other short swords in the entire caravan.
Oh,
Whoa.
damn.
I
Good.
see. I wasn't guilty of anything.
Now, I think tensions are a little bit high right now. And I think it would be good if everybody just takes a deep breath
All right.
and calm down.
I'm gonna pull out.
You're in no position right now to be giving us a calming down.
I'm not trying to boss anybody around. I'm not trying to order anybody. Just saying maybe we should all take a breath.
Yeah, you were
Why
throwing
did you
threats
kill the guy?
around earlier, and you're telling us to calm down now? I don't think so.
I have
Jessica
an
asked-
oath.
Jessica asks very calmly, "Why did you kill the guy?"
As she very quietly crosses her arms and sits back and says nothing.
Arthrax,
been
I
a-
think it's time for the knife.
Has it been a minute?
No.
Nope.
Yes.
Silence speaks volume.
I have to agree with him.
Okay. What does she glean from the identify spell?
That ring gives the wearer, whoever wears it, the ability to cast invisibility at will.
Hmm.
Well, that's ours now.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I
Not
was
yet.
out of character. Out of character.
Okay.
I,
At that point, immediately, she's going to take that and she's going to hand it to Jesse, and she's going to take the sword that if Jesse picked it up and examine it. Does it look like it made the wound on the half orc?
Roll investigation.
Oh, please, for sake.
Can I get inspiration?
Why do dice hate me?
I will allow an inspiration, yes.
A D what?
D6.
Oh, come on. For once in your
Think you're good.
misbegotten life. Oh.
Better than average.
12 is fine.
Well, it's fine, yeah.
I'm sorry.
And-
After
and
two
it's
ones in
average.
a row, you know,
three and a two.
the definition of average has gone out the freaking window.
There is a distinct possibility that it could be the murder weapon. You don't see any signs of it having any blood on it or anything, but there's been ample time to clean it and sharpen it, repair it if needed.
Hmm. But we had gone through, and everyone had basically attested that they didn't have any short swords.
And Jamna did not produce a short sword at the time.
The question
So we
is,
have
yeah.
we have the one short sword in the entire caravan and a ring that can make someone invisible.
we've had her lying to people, trying to get information for whatever organization she's working for. I think Ulrich needs to know about this.
And she holds
You
up her hands.
shut your trap.
Okay. What do you want to know? We don't need to bring anybody else in here, okay? Look, they're going to start
Why-
asking questions soon.
why did you kill the guy?
Whoa. I want to object and say I was brought into this. If you want to talk about bringing people into this, you said I did nothing wrong.
I
Uh-oh.
didn't know that they were going to accuse you like that. I certainly didn't try to put
Did
you.
you know about this half-orc having this much anger towards me? Why?
I don't know why.
At this
I
point,
might have used it to my advantage.
okay, hold on. Time out. I didn't get a chance to interrupt. Cassidy is going to reach into like a pocket somewhere and find like a silver coin. she's going to do a magic tinkering. And the magic tinkering is going to record 6 seconds of audio.
Uh-oh.
The moment that she feels that Jemna is given any kind of a confession, she is going to activate it.
Who do you work for, Jemna?
She looks at everybody and lets out a sigh. They call themselves the Black Network. They have
Black
another
Network.
name, Zentarum.
Okay, I've recorded both of those.
And who are they?
It's a loose group, one could say. Think of just people who understand how the underground works, you know? A mix of what you call mercenaries, merchants, people who know things and have money, and they like to make sure that they have a lot of money. And sometimes that comes into knowing, you know, who the players are. And we heard that there was some movement going on in recently, and we just, you know, they thought that it might be good for me to get a look at it, and so here I am. Now I apologize for misleading you, but that's part of my job to make sure that I get this information. And I mean, there's no hard feelings about it, honestly. It's not. I'm not trying to hurt y'all. And I didn't know that he was going to, you know, accuse
And-
your friend here.
Then let me ask you this. With the information you gathered, were you going to tell them and conduct an ambush by the time we get to Waterdeep?
I don't know what the plans are. I'm just here to collect intel on what they might be traveling with, what they might have in their wagons. And thanks to you, we know now that there's lots of treasure and gold and money in there. So thanks for that. That's going to make some people very happy. I'll probably get a bonus for that.
Jemna,
I still want to know,
I
why did you kill the half-orc?
Can I have only one magical tinkering left. Can I magic another one to get 6 more seconds?
I would say roll sleight of hand if you don't want Jamna to see you doing this.
Here goes.
Come on, dice.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
As her eyes flick around and she sees you messing with something. I'm not going to confirm or deny any knowledge about the attack.
That's
but,
okay. You were the only one who didn't produce their short sword.
I found this.
We can just bring it to the head guard.
That's see, okay, yeah, now
Or we could bring it to Anders.
I see where this is going. I understand that there's a lot of tension here, and I'm not trying to tell you all what you should or shouldn't do, but at the same time, I think it would be beneficial for all of us in this tent if you didn't do that.
I don't know if that's very beneficial for us.
What will be beneficial is answers.
Look, I'm sorry that I said, you know, the thing about the Darkfang family. I'm not one to use blackmail on people. That was just, you know, that was a card I had in my back pocket. I figured I'd give it a shot, see if it might get people off my case. Obviously, a huge misstep. As he looks, Jesse is like, "Sir, I really don't mean anything against your family, and I certainly don't have any animosity towards you."
You're just an opportunist. Just like every other gnome.
I'm not going to deny that I look for opportunities where I can.
Just-
Damn it. You were the one that was going to break me of it, too.
As you hear the sounds of people gathering everything up and starting to call for the people to get in their wagons and start preparing. Look, we're running out of time. If you're going to do something, you got to do it now. But I really, really, really think that would be best for all of us if we didn't bring this up right now, and maybe we wait until we get to Waterdeep, and maybe we can work something out.
As soon as you get to Waterdeep, you're going to slither into whatever hole you crawled out of.
I agree.
Look, slither is such a strong word.
As far as I'm concerned, you're no
correct-
better than a snake. And her dander is up.
Okay. I see that this is negotiations are breaking down. I see
Well,
that.
let me just say this. We are all tasked with protecting this caravan on top of our other missions. And you giving information about the caravan to people who could do harm to it seems like a danger to me. So, maybe you should answer the questions my friends ask, or else we do have to get some other people involved. Can I intimidate?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yay.
Can you roll better than me, please?
I hope
Please.
so.
Can I intimidate? Yay!
Watch it fails. Oh yes.
The same number.
Damn you, dice! Why do
Didn't
you?
even need it.
Lucky
Didn't
13.
even need it.
There we go. That's my.
Oh, it's
lucky
anybody but Taser rolling. Here's 20s.
Oh.
As she looks at you, and she seems to be weighing her options, and then finally just... He caught me sneaking around. I didn't mean to do it. I just... I couldn't get everything to... I couldn't let it all go tits up at that point. So yeah, I saw an opportunity and I took it.
As you said, opportunistic. I say it. I don't know. English is hard.
Well,
She points at Jimna. You don't say a damned word. Cassidy looks at everybody else. We gotta vote now. Are we taking her to Ulrich? Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yes. I like to say, there are no hard feelings, only hard consequences.
The bad bean.
Jesse?
Jesse's just sort of staying quiet at this point, still deciding.
Majority
We are-
rules anyway. Keep her here. And she will put out her hand to Jesse. Can I borrow that ring?
She'll hand it right back.
Okay. She takes the short sword, her recorded piece, and the ring. And she leaves the tent, hops on Hop Along, and runs top speed over to Ulrich.
As Aldrich is getting everybody in line and starting to do the head count and looks over to see you approaching. Cassidy,
Ulrich, we got a big problem.
I know, we need to roll out here soon.
No. We think we may have found the person who killed that half-orc in the other caravan, and
Oh,
she's not who she says she is. Can you come with me? Oh, she will produce the short sword. You remember when you asked everyone to produce their short swords? This was found in her belongings. She holds up the ring. She's been skulking around with this. It's got an ability to do invisibility at will. Gods know what else she's picked up. And also, she takes out the silver piece and she plays it for him. Arthrax's question and her confession about the Zentarum.
as Aldrich sees all of this presented for him and looks back to Harilla and Farella and keep everybody here. I'm going to go take a look at this. Let's go.
Can I also get Arjan? Can we pick him up along the way?
I suppose. As he looks over and sees Arjan, he's like, Arjan, over this way. As he nods and walks towards you. Cassidy.
I figure right now numbers are better because
Has something happened?
yeah, something big. And
Is,
she explains on the way as she takes him back to her tent.
As you are approaching, you can hear inside Jamna just pleading. Look, this is a really bad idea. There's, you're going to be ruffling a lot of feathers, and this is definitely not the way you want to do this, especially not before you get to Waterdeep.
Cassidy flaps open the flap, thrusts open the flap and holds it open so that the others can get in, and she's just going to be standing at the tent along with Hopalong and just basically listening in, but kind of like keeping people at bay. She's acting with Hopalong as security to the flap.
As Jamna turns to see Arjan and Aldrich. Dragon nuggets. Hi, Caravan Master. Beautiful morning, isn't it? There have been some accusations laid out. Yes, I know that, and I thoroughly agree that you need to get to the bottom of all of these weird happenings, but I just say that this is a giant misunderstanding.
Eldrath rolls his eyes.
And you're with the Zentarum. Who's the Zentarum?
At that
Really?
point, if Cassie's listening in, she goes ahead and touches the silver piece again and replays that 6 seconds so everyone can hear.
That's not me. They made that. It's got to be an illusion. That this one's got magic too. I know it. Forgive me, Miss Gleamsilver, but I have more reason to trust Cassidy than I do you at the moment. Yeah, I guess I can see that. Okay. What are we gonna do here? Is it you're just gonna sit quietly for a moment? I can do that.
We've been trying to do that for the past 5 minutes. And you just say it once.
Aldrich has that power.
Where can I learn this power?
It comes from the beard. The beard projects authority. Trust me. As both Arjan and Aldrich go over the information that you have and the evidence that you have presented, and both decide that it is best to tie up Jamna and have her walk alongside Aldrich all the way to Waterdeep so that they can be turned into the authorities.
Yes. I know there will be consequences, but yes.
It'll be worth it.
As everybody is confused as to why the gnome person that they've been carousing around with and having a general good time with is now basically in irons. As Bade looks to Olia as you approach the wagon. What was that about? Is that...
Oh man, it's a long story about... Yeah, somebody in this caravan. He tried to throw me in the wrong.
Well, I dare say that they probably learned their lesson from the looks of it.
They sure have.
I suppose we'll have to be on our way.
Yeah.
I would like to hear the details, if you don't mind, maybe later.
I need a second to process this.
Sure, of course. As Jamna calls out to people in the caravan, it's like, "This is an unlawful detainment. I am not being arrested properly, and I am not going to surrender myself to the authorities. I will be speaking with the magistrate as soon as we arrive." As Arjan takes a piece of rope and puts it into her mouth.
Thank you.
and
I was
ties
just
it
gonna
around
do
the
that
back.
myself.
Quiet down, Karen.
Hey, it's now a Karen van.
It would
Get out. Just kidding.
Okay, bye.
Oh,
normally it would behoove you to keep your silence before you incriminate yourself further, but in this situation, I just don't want to hear you talk anymore.
my man.
There really
She
is a
just
god.
gives him a nasty look. But as you all set out on the path, now with one very angry gnome leading the way with Aldrich,
Ooh.
as he occasionally just pulls her with the rope to make sure that she's keeping up with him. Oh, but as the day progresses, your caravan comes around the bend of the trail, and you can see more houses and buildings popping up, and some of the flat marshy land gives way to tamed farms and pastures. The path itself turns from dirt to cobble, and gradually, as do the homes, turn from small hovels and houses into large tenement halls and row houses. In the distance, coming into view as fog from the Sea of Swords fades, is Waterdeep, the largest metropolis on the Sword Coast.
Finally.
Up high on a mountain, you can see a castle and several stately manors, no doubt the home of many of the Waterdeep noble class. Down the mountain are several layered tiers, each filled with buildings, other constructions, until it reaches the water level. And a vast, expansive marina and docking bays cover several miles of coastline. Still unseen, but well known, as many of the people discuss Waterdeep in the caravan. The area underneath Waterdeep, known as Undermountain, home to the Drow, the Duergar, and the Svirfneblum. I never can pronounce that word correctly. Deep
Okay.
gnomes. Deep gnomes. It's okay. It's spelled Svirfneblin. You tell me how to say that.
I can't even pronounce it. So
There
no.
you go.
I would just sneeze
Blah.
and call it that.
Svirfneblin.
Sure, we'll go with that.
They're Smurfs?
But Arthur X, having some interaction with the underground and the ne'er-do-wells out there, you also know that the most dangerous crime organization in the city, the Xanathar Guild,
Mm.
and you know also not to mess with them if you can avoid it. But Waterdeep has a long history and equally incredible mysteries. But pulling into the city itself, the sheer number of people in the streets is staggering, as is the variety of races represented. There are humanoids, dragonkin, animal folk, devilkin, all shapes, sizes, skin tones. They all swarm the street. Most give way to your caravan until a Waterdeep guard wearing a Lord's Alliance cape meets with Aldrich at the front, and the two talk for a moment before the guard starts directing the caravan into a caravan yard off to the side in between buildings. And slowly and surely, every wagon and cart pulls in and lines up in succession, coming to full stops. As all of the merchants begin to prepare their paperwork, prepare to meet with custom clerks, as some of the passengers start gathering their items and begin to depart. Without waiting, actually, Green Mims jumps out of the wagon with her bag and waves to everybody as she starts walking off into the crowd, garnering more than a few confused looks. As other people start gathering all of their items and packing up, you are all gathered by your various employers, excuse me. Bade walks up to you, Olia, and holds out his hand. Thank you, Olia. You've been a valued companion on this trip.
Well, always appreciated. I really had a great ride with you. And yeah, can't say much else. And then he just brings him in for a hug. Big bro hug.
I hope you can forgive my conduct on this trip. I admittedly found myself a bit smitten with you, and I think I overstepped my boundaries there.
Well,
Um,
really? Oh, I guess we all learn, but yeah, at least we're good friends on the way.
of course. I hope you find what you're looking for, and hopefully I can hire you again sometime.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a fun time?
One could hope.
Bastards in the friend zone.
Poor guy.
Can we get some 07s in the chat for our friend in the friend zone?
Poor guy.
Rip.
Poor guy.
As he pays you 20 gold for your services, and you're free from his employ.
Wow.
Lai also walks up to Arthurax and holds out his hand.
He holds it out to shake.
Arthur, you're an odd-looking fellow, but you've been a good employee and a good friend on this trip. If you ever need a job, you can find me either here in Waterdeep or down in Candlekeep. You know I'll pay you fairly.
Well, thank you very much, sir. It was great working with you as well.
As he also hands you 20 gold. And then Aldrich hands Jamna over to Arjan to hold for the moment, as he walks up to the rest of his guards and hands out wages. Cassie, you can go ahead and mark 10 gold.
Okay. She is going to 10 of her gold with that 10. And she is immediately just going to go over to Arjan. And in his free hand, she is going to put 20 gold.
Aw.
I said I was going to help you with the cost of that there diamond. Good looking. Go ahead.
I don't believe that we will be parting ways just yet, but I thank you.
I just wanted to do it while I was thinking of it. Got a lot on my mind right now. Thank you for everything.
Of course.
And with that, she'll go back to Aldrich. I'm assuming that whatever legal process around here is going to be needing me for questioning or something.
I believe that we'll be taking it to the guard. However, we may be able to get a confession out of them using other means, completely legal means. Of course, we don't do anything unsavory at the Temple of Torm, but I believe we can handle this. The word of a cleric and a paladin of Torm goes a long way, you understand.
She smiles and says, Ulrich, it's been a pleasure.
Well, Cassidy, you've been a valued member of my crew, and I regret it was so short a period.
She takes her hand, spits in it, and holds it out.
Ew.
Till we meet again.
He spits in his hand and shakes your hand and doesn't let go as he pulls you in a little bit closer. I know that this gnome, Bronzespark, stole from you and your father, and as a result it cost you dearly in many ways. May Torm guide your strike, and may it be swift and merciful justice.
Do not fall into the trappings of vengeance.
She pulls back and she gives a little bit of a nod. I'll do my right best.
Good. Cass, you always have a job with me if you ever need one. I couldn't ask for a better assistant.
She smiles and gives a 2-finger salute from her hat. She'll hop along, and she'll just like give this one last glare to Gemna. And without another word, she just rides and meets the rest of our crew.
My boss died.
You don't have anybody. As Crick walks up to Jesse. Hey, I guess this is home for you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be staying for a while yet. But what are your plans?
We're going to restock and pretty much get ready for the return trip.
Okay.
Probably roll out tomorrow morning.
Oh wow. That is fast then.
Yeah, no, life on the road, got to get going,
Do you guys always run this route?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always
Oh.
Candlekeep to Waterdeep and back. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Oh, well then, yeah, no, I mean, then I should totally see you again.
Yeah. I hope so, at least.
Yeah.
I should probably go help Fern.
Yeah.
And
Are you guys gonna be getting like a room tonight?
yeah, we'll probably get a room down at the Yawning Portal, down at the
Okay.
dock ward. Pretty cheap, good beer, good. I probably won't be drinking though. I don't know what your plans are.
I'm not sure either, but if I can, I will definitely come and see you guys.
Sure. I hope
Or
I
you.
see you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go help Fern, and maybe we'll see you later.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jesse just kind of comes right in for a big old hug.
As he hugs you back and takes a moment before releasing you and starting to walk away. But then he stops.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between a few moments of fear and a lifetime of regret, what would you choose?
Fear.
Yeah, that was a good choice. As he walks back and
Yeah.
he grabs you
Oh.
and pulls you into a deep kiss.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is 100% welcomed.
About damn time.
Yeah.
Finally. Like Eldrath will actually just say, "Finally, God."
We're all just staring, just going,
If-
finally.
If by any chance I had had prestidigitation, I would make little fireworks.
I
But
can
no. Well, yeah.
And as the kiss ends, Jesse just kind of looks at him and says, "This isn't goodbye. It's just see you soon."
Crick likes boys.
Yeah, no. If you think about it, like to the unknown person's eye, it's just a gay wolf folk couple.
Oh, he's gonna be so confused.
No, he seems like he knows what he's doing.
He knows. No, he knows. Remember, because he could smell it on me.
Yeah,
True. Anyway.
but that doesn't stop Eldrath.
Waterdeep just got
Don't
crick
you-
rolled.
Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare, Eldrath.
Yawning Portal tonight.
Yeah. I will do my damnedest to be there. I promise.
Right. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
As Fern calls out to Crick, and he starts moving backwards, still holding your hand as he slowly lets go and runs over there.
Jesse definitely gives a firm little squeeze before he lets go.
And you turn to see your companions all watching.
Eldrath
Just
is smiling ear to ear.
Arthrex smiling.
Fully gives a thumbs up.
In this moment, Jessica's just smiling with him. You know,
Cassidy's clapping, and so too are Hopalong's ears.
As you find yourselves now in the City of Wonders, Waterdeep. And that's actually where we're going to call it for the evening.
Wow.
Oh, I am so ready to get this stupid disguise off.
Yeah, that was
Same.
going to be my next question. Like, all right, so when's the clothing coming off? Right there in the street. Ta-da!
Rips it apart.
Bye.
Arthur's is like, oh
realizing,
no,
though-
I'm mutating.
I've turned into a Spider-Man. Man.
Dun, 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 dun.
I've turned into a man spider.
Man, spider.
Kudos to Crick for having the balls to
Oh,
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
seal the deal there.
my
That was
boy,
done lovely.
my
And-
sweet boy.
And thank you, Eldrath, for a 20
on.
insight.
Question.
Yeah.
Was Fern watching?
Oh, yeah, the whole time.
Yay!
Of course she was.
Was she smiling?
Oh, yeah, she's happy for her brother.
Yeah.
She's the one who encouraged him.
Perfect.
She said there was a time where she was chatting and Eldrath overheard, because she said that there were worse things than just telling somebody how you feel and leaving it at that. So as he had to ask the question, do you surrender to a moment of fear, or do you take a lifetime of regret? And he needed to hear Jesse say it. So there you go.
Beautiful. Beautiful scene.
All right.
Has anyone else here seen Free Guy?
No.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not yet.
Oh. Watch it.
There goes that.
Okay.
I'll just say, watch it. It's a good movie.
It is a really cute
genuinely-
movie.
It's a really fun romp, and it's really cute.
Sounds like it'd be up my alley.
That was great.
Oh my gosh.
What a way to-
Have we totally turned things on the side with the whole Gemna?
I mean,
Holy shit.
She deserved it.
I'm happy you
Yes.
found out, because it was an interesting moment. I was wondering if she was going to get away with it all the way.
Wow.
Nope.
Didn't know it was gonna be last
She
year
was
like that.
doing too
Apparently
good
not.
at like hiding shit.
Me? Oh, you seem to think that I'm some kind of evil mastermind or something.
I don't know
I mean,
why
it
I
kind
would
of
think
takes
that
one to
really.
be a DM. No offense, Dana. We love you
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
I
Long con.
have kept a lot of secrets before, and it's it's hard.
He's kept it all
Let me
through the
ask you,
entire
Are
break.
there
We all have
any times? Are there any times where you had to hold a secret through an entire campaign because your players just didn't figure it out?
Yes,
Did you tell them
Oh.
afterwards?
I did,
Okay.
and they lost their shit.
Yeah, I would too.
Oh, somebody
if we
redeemed a
have-
squeak. Hold on, I got a squeak for everybody.
Okay.
I will say this. I am happy to get revenge on Eldrath by getting him all messy. And then we just made up by just the talk about what to do with Jem.
It was an oddly galvanizing moment of the group. She had lied to all of us.
I was
And-
those were the buzz.
And now
She had, I mean, okay, I can't 100% prove it, but I can 99%. I can 90%, assume here. She did kill him.
Yeah.
I don't think I was there when the actual confession happened, or Cassidy wasn't. But she killed and like did not say anything when Olia was done to that. She basically lied to everybody. She.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
Silence
I
speaks
just,
It even
volume.
got me more
And-
paranoid with the whole near poison death thing with the whatever rock or fish thing in there. Could that have been her possibly too to like.
No, guys. No, that was before we even met her.
no.
That was after. That was after the whole.
That was after.
Yeah, that was after the.
The,
It
the
wasn't
whole
poison.
fish,
You
the whole
mean the
fishbone
fishbone,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, the fishbone. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's that too. So that's like that could add on to the paranoia. Like, oh my god, it was.
Well, I don't know if it would have made sense for her to have killed you on it, but maybe that was truthful, on her end to basically say she saw somebody do it. But now that comes to light, she might be more knowledgeable about things like that.
I did like how Ethan kept going, Arthrax puncher.
I was so tempted to actually
we've
pull
seen
out
you.
the warhammer. It was just so tempting to just in a fit of rage, just crush her hand, make a full circle.
See, if things went differently, I was just gonna make up the idea that we let her go, but we keep a close eye on her. And by close eye, I mean Arthrax stays literally beside her the entire rest of the way.
No, you
We take the
knew-
ring as compensation.
He would slip away the moment you
Yeah.
lost
You knew
concentration on her.
that just like 3 people going in front of you and she'd disappear.
Yeah.
I have
She's
the
like,
biggest
who is it? The rat folk?
smile on my face right now. This is what I like to see when we have session.
Man, honestly, it does remind me of the rat folk who keeps skating away. Still, I wonder if that will
Half-year?
ever, if half year will ever come full circle.
That's actually a good question. Maybe I
That
should do
was
an
so
investigation for half a year.
You never know. You never know.
Damn, that'd be so. Cool.
I
And I know
honestly, Derek,
person-
thank you for reminding me. I kind of forgot about him, honestly.
Yeah.
I just thought
We've
about
had
it.
a little bit of things between then.
Yeah, just a few.
I need to break some legs.
I, for one, am happy that the caravan arc is now over.
Finally!
It has
Yeah.
Good
been
closure.
forever.
Holy shit.
I'm glad that it has finally come to an end, and I look forward to the start of the next arc here.
Is
Oh,
this
the
third act?
31st.
Is this the third act where everybody betrays each other and is very melodramatic?
Probably.
You'll have to find
Oh.
out.
Maybe.
Oh.
Next time on Dragon Ball.
What?
No.
Wrong show. Sorry.
Next time on D&D.
Dragon's balls.
Yes, the Tyranny of Dragon
wanna put a-
Balls.
I want to put it past Kira Toriyama to forget like the concept of his own show, though. Let's be honest.
Whoops.
Shows
The
in
guy
there.
forgot about Goten.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking about
No,
shows
he-
and their creators, we
He
should.
literally gave Goku a second son and completely forgot that Goten existed.
Oops.
Honestly, that does sound too
Goten
close.
disappeared from the Dragon Ball canon after like I think a season, and then nobody asked any questions.
Speaking of shows and their creators, we should pay respect to the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Passed away.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a bit of a sad moment.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of my high school years playing Yu-Gi-Oh in
Same.
the gym and at the cafeteria, so had a lot of fun
Yeah.
and owed a lot of that to them. So, but on a happier note, let us go ahead and find somebody to raid. If anybody has any suggestions.
Okay, I don't
No.
know if there.
I guided the raid last time. If anyone else has any suggestions, they are more than welcome to offer them up.
Well, there's this person named Tagring.
Well, I think I'm gonna actually have to bounce here, guys. Thank you guys very much for this. Thank you, Dana, for the great game. See you guys in 2 weeks.
See you guys in 2
See you,
weeks.
So happy to be back.
Yes, definitely.
I'd say so.
Hi,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
I'll be heading out here to have a good
Excellent.
night.
Take care. I was thinking maybe no, it doesn't have to be a furry. If it's somebody else who might be worthy of a good raid, then yeah.
Well, I mean, The only two I really have on my list I could raid are Barley the Bear and Mudasaur.
You know what? Barley is a good choice, actually.
Yeah, do like Barley. Haven't raided
Barley's a
them in a
cool
while.
dude. Let's.
He's a good burr.
Yeah, dude. Just like, yeah, they, them, dude.
I adopt the DOOD
Oh.
of dude because that is the gender neutral to me. So
Ooh, never thought of it like that.
that's just like there's the dude DUDE. That's the normal, and then there's the dude DEWD. That's more of a informal, and then there's the dude.
Oh, dude. I love saying that now. Let's go raid.
But yeah, let's. We're gonna go raid Barley the Burr.
Yep, we're going. But yeah, I'll do my outro to everybody as usual. I can deafen myself for this for you guys then.
As always, the raid message that we use, tag you're it, tag with 2 G's.
I'll go with, yep, that. We'll also do tag you're it. So yeah, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, take care, folks. Alright, just about to raid.
Boop.
Here we go.
Woo.
Alright.
Holy shit! Thank you for the raid, and tag. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on out, he did.
I hear from your end. I was like trying to put it up on mine. I'm like, fuck, I gotta go through like 2 different windows now. This will be fun. Yeah, it's so fun to see you guys again. I was, beforehand I was just burnt out with other stuff and.
But tag, you just got a sub.
Whoa.
I think it.
Wait, you got sub tag. Hey.
Hey.
Woo.
The
That's such a
tier
cute
1
raid
sub
message. I
to
love that.
Takarung 85. They have given 406 gift
Okay.
subs in the channel.
Oh, man.
406.
Yes, we're playing OG Backyard Baseball, and I'm getting unbelievably pissed at it to the point where I think I gave myself a headache.
That's crazy.
I'm not even
I
kidding.
can't believe it.
406 what?
406 gift subs.
Oh wow.
Yikes.
Oh, thank you, D.I. Kiss me.
That's gotta be like number 1
Crazy.
now. Dude, but I do
Oh.
love
I
Backyard
used your
Baseball.
line against you. I'm sorry.
Well, that was good times.
Yeah, no, I haven't played that since like my Windows 2003 computer or whatever had the playroom.
Ooh, excuse me. All right. Well,
So, Dana, the reason I bring up the reason I brought up Free Guy there at the end,